to actually fucking point this out. Like, okay, let's check out the title, my friends. All right, hold on. Let me just put this totally legit VTuber avatar right here. Let's get rid of here. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this squad. So as you can read the title, it says the emergency Rekieta Law in April meltdown, and the Lawtube fights back. And nobody commented on this for some reason. It's just like nobody was like, "Sen, what are you doing? Will Pippa let me smash?" Chad, what the fuck? Nobody really? Nobody commented on that cringe shit. Nobody was like, "That's it, buddy. You're okay." I saw a guy named Quarantine Sen say, "You're done, bud." But like, still, come on. I was hoping this would be like the next big expose or something. MrSEN tries to rizz up a fucking VTuber. Because, you know, I've heard that there's some like controversial shit about this person. I don't know what the fuck this is. I read this. Okay, I very calmly typed up Pippa Pipkin simp, because I don't know if this was the right VTuber or the wrong VTuber, but I heard there was some rando that gave her like $100 or some shit, and it was fucking weird. And then, so I thought I'd find something interesting, but this is all I fucking found. And it says Pippa Pipkin, or Pipkin Pippa, recently went viral, oh my god, for a rant supporting natural body odor. That makes me not want to riz, alright? I'm not gonna lie, alright? All the weeb shit, you know, you can overlook that, alright? You know, this shit you can but like, no man, not the fucking natural body odor. What are you thinking? What the fuck? What is this? What is this? Okay, rare L, I gotta say. Okay, that's not good, chat. I do not approve of this. No, you must shower, and you must, I don't know, I just shower. I approve of healthy hygiene. But another thing that was to note was this. Actually, she got mentioned here, which I think, honestly, is probably be the funniest shit ever, or one of the most funny shits ever, if Rekieta did fight her, because then he'd be fully transformed into Ralph. So like in his tweet, where Rekieta's fuck this tweet and the dumbass who wrote it. So this person randomly says, you should do a follow-up talking about Pipkin Pippa. Turns out she was a child groomer, just like her ex-boyfriend. So again, on my last video, I actually got something along those lines, but then I had someone in the comments say, but that was started by Ralph, you know? So it's like, if it's started by Ralph, I don't know how legit it is. You know, I did go to the farms for a brief second, and, you know, honestly, I don't know. I might end up being an early Alzheimer's patient because I completely fucking forgot everything. But don't worry, chat. I'm nothing but a professional. So I'll be back there eventually. Okay. $100, was it? Oh, it was $500. Okay, it was $500. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Diddling Dax in chat said, I heard she's gross. That's a good fucking name, bro. Diddling Dax. You gotta stank so you can let people know you're there. Okay. Yeah, but like I still approve of healthy fucking hygiene, if you will. But I do think it'd be funny if there was, like, that being said, a Rekieta versus Pipkin feud or whatever, you know. So yeah, that would be cool. That'd be funny. He's already pretty much gone full Ralph at this point anyway. And he went ahead and he tried to smear the Lawtubes. Now we got a couple of good clips here. Okay, we got Legal Mindset on Nick Rekieta and April's Twitter spurgouts that just fresh off the presses, essentially. And we got Uncivil Law's prediction for the Franks motion. What was Lawtube supposed to do about Nick's drug use? So response there. We got that. We got the Rekieta question. There's Yellow Flash. Wait, watch. EVS is definitely going to drop in now. Hold on. They say if you say Yellow Flash 3 times, then EVS will show up. So let's see. It's kind of like Beetlejuice, right? So everybody in chat say Yellow Flash 3 times. And see if that brings in Ethan Van Sciver. All right, let's do this. Ready? Yellow Flash, Yellow Flash, Yellow Flash. See if Mr. Van Sciver but yeah, the Rekieta question. Kayla's probable cause and Nick's Coke Mountain. That's by Sean. we got a Mad at the Internet segment that goes on for a very long time. We got a lot. Okay, shit. We got a lot. We got a lot. We even have Aaron Imholte, who honestly, bro, I hate this. I literally hate this, but the more Rekieta talks, like, he's such a fucking annoying wench. And fucking April, too, they're such annoying, like, spurgy, stupid people that, like, the more they speak, it's disgusting. I end up liking Aaron. You know, it's fucked up. Like, I'm not, like, honestly, like, fucking, again, if Aaron beat the shit out of April, he's a fucking loser. You know, no guy should beat up a woman. A woman. There's a rare fucking SEN chivalry W right there. But, like, at the same time, it's like, Rekieta and fucking April, you annoying drug addicts, make this so difficult. Why are you making me like the toe? That's fucked up, bro. Nobody, we're not supposed to take sides in this. Chat. But Rekieta's kind of pushing me to that level. So, yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Imagine the mind smell. Pippa did nothing wrong. Nick shouldn't hero.
Imagine the mind smell. Pippa did nothing wrong. Nick shouldn't hero. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I appreciate the 5. I don't know if you messed up the typing or something. Maybe you're typing on mobile or something, because I can't read that chat. Can you read that? Imagine the mind smell. Pippa did nothing wrong. Nick should be. I guess I can read that. I don't know. Maybe I woke up a little tarded. Okay, maybe another. Maybe I'm a little out of it right now, chat. Another toe W. I mean, it's kind of looking like that. And content lasagna. Lol. What a fucking name. Thank you for becoming a part of the Seni squad. All right. Oh, lads. All right. So Rekieta and the Spurgout, before we get to the clips and stuff, basically now he's just, for some fucking reason, I have no idea why, he's now, he's just fucking crazy. Like, he was crazy before, but now it seems like he's like legitimately off the deep end. Like, he's off the wagon. Look at this shit. He's just quote tweeting everybody. He's fighting everyone. It literally, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it does seem like he's on drugs right now. Like, it seems like he's on fucking something. All right, because this is not normal. You know, unless he's completely fucking lost at this point, he's literally quote tweeting everybody. And it's gotten so bad that the one thing you actually had going, or the one thing Rekieta kind of actually had going, you know, the not blocking policy is like gone at this point. He's apparently now he's blocking people. He blocked Breaking Baldo News. Let's see if we can like find it in the fucking media tab. So there's this, there's that. Oh god. Oh yeah, and this is a kiwifarms .net user, not who you think. And yeah, it's official, Rekieta bros. He's gonna do the blocking. It's time to do the blocking. Now, here's the thing, pal. I understand blocking, all right, to an extent. Some people are just fucking annoying, right? But when you actively do this shit to yourself, right, and you've been like this guy, like acting like this tough guy that never blocks people, and now you're just doing it because here's the thing, Nick, they're not even fucking saying anything that isn't true. That's the most fucked up part. They're not being dishonest, they're not being disingenuous, right? At least not that I've seen. But you're just now you're just coping. Like, you're coping, you're seeding, you're molding. And look, I understand that. I understand doing that at an early age. But you're 40 years old, man. You're like a 40-year-old man. You should be better than that. All right? But here's Rekieta saying, I'm blocking nerds. Oh, hold on. I gotta do the Rekieta voice real quick. I'm blocking nerds because I'm tired of being barked at by fucking nerds. Only cool people get to... Only cool people get to talk to me. If you get blocked, it'll probably just remind you of growing up. Dude, you're a fucking retard. Like, straight fucking up. How do you say this shit with a straight face? Oh my god. The funniest thing about that is he probably still lets fucking Patrick Melton, right? You know, pedophile extraordinaire, fucking talk to him and whatever, right? Because, like, you guys can't talk to him or whatever for saying the truth. But Patrick Melton, you know, the guy that harasses children, yeah, that guy's allowed to talk to Nick. That's a cool guy to Nick. There's some speculation from Kiwi Farms users too. I'm gonna read this because this seems interesting, and I hope you guys can see this. This is an interesting theory from this Kiwi Farms user right here. I think you can read that. All right, chat. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. There you go. So they say, my guess, and I have missed someone else's post, is that there is an awful lot of stress arising from Kayla. Now, Kayla is Lady Rackets, our lovely wife, and the fucking person that Aaron plowed while Nick watched and presumably enjoyed. There's a lot of stress arising from Kayla not following Nick's genius legal maneuvers, and the dawning realization that as she's looking like the more competent parent, legally speaking, irks Nick to no end. Add in April undoubtedly playing both sides as homewreckers do, whispering her worm-tongued doubts into the ears of both Reketas. Add in the stress of the children, the Reketas' parents' trust fund, and the uncertainty swirling around all of these, and all of this against a backdrop of painful sobriety, a sobriety not of choice, but as Worski points out, a sobriety forced upon them. I suspect Kayla's coming to her senses, if she still has any, and isn't ride or die like Nick is doing. After all, Nick admitted to doing a mountain of cocaine may not be helping Kayla's case, and as the days accumulate for the house raid towards future courtroom dramas, Kayla's legal representation may be talking sense into her, perhaps driving a wedge further between Kayla and Nick and his side piece. Homewrecker is taking the chance to stake a claim in his bony lap, looking forward to more booger sugar from her new pay pig, and so is helping to slam the door on Kayla's exit. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That sounds like a pretty... I gotta get props where it's due. That sounds pretty fucking articulate, bro. That sounds like a very articulate way of putting things together, summarizing it. I don't think this theory is far-fetched. I don't think the speculation is far-fetched. I think it kind of like... It makes some sense. Uncivil Law in chat. How's it going? I'm gonna go over your segment regarding Lawtube. I saw you. I saw it up on the Elissa's today. I'll also go over Andrew's. Tyler Durden, thank you for the 2. Oh, right. Thank you for reminding me too. Yeah, apparently Nick is doing a locals only. Hold on, let me read that real quick. Yeah, give me a second. Total professional here. Yeah, so Nick is apparently going to go live. Okay, everybody's getting, yeah, as you can see here, everybody's getting the block. Hey, Uncivil Law, did you get the block yet? Because he's now, okay, now he's dead. Okay, so he's straight up going on blocking sprees. It's just so sad, bro. Like, it's like, you know what's crazy? Anytime one of those people that, it's like, fuck, I don't want to label it exclusively right-wingers or people in the anti-SJW sphere or anything. I don't want to get too political on anything. Okay, well, I'll just say certain influencers really like to flex their blocks and stuff as if they prove the point and shit. And Nick used to be the biggest one to do this, and now he's doing it. It's like his last principle, one of his last principles, if he even had any, is just gone. Everything is gone. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to latch on to this guy to. You can't get good legal advice from him. You can't get authenticity from him. You can't get good parenting advice from him, which I don't know why you ever would, but I know some people did. You can't get anything from him other than like lols at this point. I really do hope Nick continues to stream and it becomes kind of like Ralph at this point. You know what I mean? So there's a bunch of shit still going on. I'm trying to find that one post because I know Breaking Baldo News did make it. Was it this? No, this is April going crazy. Okay, here it is. Okay, so local stream this evening. This was a minute ago before 5 minutes to 8, I believe. So it says, local stream this evening. I'll be streaming here for a locals exclusive tonight. I've neglected you way too long. I'm sorry. This is bad, bro. Like, I don't know if he's, I don't know if he's like, I don't know what to make of this. It sounds like he's trying to get parasocial again, right? Because he's like come to the realization that like everybody's leaving. I showed you, earlier on, like yesterday, that there was actually a lot of people that were leaving his locals and stuff, and it was kind of like, it's very unbecoming. It was very depressing. But yeah, Rekieta Law throws in the towel against Breaking Baldo. Shameful. And yeah, I mean, like, that's the first thing. This is apparently what got Breaking Baldo News blocked. And this was the last quote tweet Nick made to them before they blocked it. And he says, "Get lost, nerd." And then, this is in regards to Breaking Baldo News. Rekieta Law submitted an appeal against his failed motion to dismiss. I guess Nick doesn't like it when you bring that up. He once again challenges the probable cause and reattempts his Frank's hearing request. Read below. So that was enough to send him into a tizzy fit. That was what broke him. Like, somebody pointing out that he is submitting an appeal against the failed motion to dismiss is what did him in, essentially. It's kind of fucked up. Let's see. A lot of people in chat. Shout out to you guys. Okay. Make sure to, once again, hit the like on the stream. Really helps me out. But again, Rekieta's not the only one having a meltdown. All right. We'll read a couple of his tweets. April Anderson. I think that's her, is it? Yeah. April Anderson, who's the side piece, essentially. She's been saying a lot. Fuck. If I was a good streamer, I would have this already together. But this came after, like, I guess people speculated that Kayla was pulling out and stuff. Like, again, the fucking farmer kind of did a good, comprehensive summarization, and a good speculation on that matter, too. So, here we have Breaking Baldo News. April continues to make cringe, highly manic posts via Twitter account, April Law 111. April Law 111. And her Instagram account, April Anderson 11. Crazy how she has been quiet for months and then suddenly adopts the mannerisms of Rekieta Law 2 days before her omnibus hearing. Okay, so there is some ops afoot, okay? There has to be some ops afoot, but it wasn't on Lawtube's end like Nick was pretending like it was. Because remember, Nick was like, oh, it's Sean and Lawtube that are doing ops or whatever. But what if Nick was just projecting like he always does? What if he's the one that's doing the ops, so to speak? So there's like speculation that Nick is like going between accounts, like his account and April's account. And there's even like screenshots that kind of show that that could be the case. But we have April on her Instagram account saying, like, I mean, it is kind of cringy, right? Okay, we can agree this is kind of cringe, all right? I guess like it's like a near 40-year-old woman doing. It really is like weird, right? Like Nick is trying to relive some weird teenage drama, I guess, or whatever, college romance fucking bullshit. It is the most embarrassing shit ever, I'm not gonna lie. So he says, I love you. I always have. I just love me now too. I don't know if this is like in regards to fucking Nick or in regards to like the toe or some shit. Could be either or whatever. But let's see. So here's Rekieta. This is the tweet that broke him. And then let me go over this shit. All right here. So now she's quote tweeting. I want to think that some of these quote tweets are from April because that would make it super fucking funny. But it could just be Nick flipping through accounts. So again, look, this is where Breaking Baldo News kind of like broke it down a little bit. Actually, chat, give me a 1 in chat if you think Nick is doing gay ops. Give me a 2 if you think his hands are clean and he's done nothing wrong and he is 100% just, you know, it's the government's fault. Yeah, okay. No, give me a 1 if Nick is doing gay ops. Give me a 2 if it's the government's fault. All right? 2, blame it on the government. 1, it's Nicky Rackets and he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Or should I say the Baldo bunker or the Baldo jar? I don't fucking know. I don't know anymore, chat. Okay, the Baldo was a mistake. The Sonachu medallion was a mistake. It was over. It was over from then on. But Breaking Baldo News says, Rekieta Law rapidly switching accounts in desperate bids to disprove the fact he has been caught red-handed performing gay ops on accounts of April Law 111. This guy is literally acting like a fucking teenager. It's fucked up, bro. This is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. He's 40. He's 40. He has 5 kids. 40, 5 kids. A trust fund kid, too. Him. Like, he's a trust fund. I don't know the phrasing, but I know he has a trust fund. This is fucking sad, bro. So, let's see here. What do we got? Rekieta and April are talking to each other, apparently, here. It's kind of fucked up. wait a minute. Wait, there's so... Oh my god, bro. Okay, April Anderson. Should we just call her, like, April Rekieta at this point? Should we just say that, chat? April Anderson says, at Rekieta Law, it seems people mistaking me for you. I can't seem to find you. Could you clear things up a bit? And then Rekieta's, I'm right here. Dude, if Rekieta's, like, talking to himself at this point, this is so pathetic. This is bad. This is bad. This is so bad, bro. Oh my god, it's never... Dude, it's never been this fucking over. You know, that phrase gets used a lot, chat, but, like, I really... Rekieta bros, I think it's, like, it's never been this over. What does he have left? What does he have left? So... This is a bad fucking teenage rom-com at this point, bro. This is horrible. Alright, so April quote tweets Rekieta to that, says, I'm right here, Rekieta Law. I wish I could see you. This is so... Holy fucking shit. Then there's the Get Lost Nerd thing. And then here's a couple more tweets by her account. Presumably April says, I wonder if I ever get... If it ever gets lonely thinking you could live without... I don't know if... You think she's talking about Aaron here, or is she talking about Nick? I guess she's talking about Aaron? I don't know. Then he says, thank you for reposting. As I lost my notes, I'll make sure to improve on your efforts. I don't know why she's co-tweeting that. This is April Ranish. I guess being right takes too long, and then she posts like a selfie, and the response to this is an amazing... What a pathetic, obsessed loser you are. I really like... I don't know, man. Like... I like Breaking Baldo news. I think they're pretty funny. So we got that. And we got some clips. Is anybody in April's family seeing these? Is it really going to take a concerned ex-user to call it a wellness? Jesus Christ. That's so fucked, bro. We've hit, like... Rekieta's kind of... Rekieta's getting, he's hit rock bottom, chat. Okay, what are these? Okay, these are April's tweets that Rekieta's fucking quote tweeted. Okay, here's Rekieta. I'm done, bro. I can't. I just can't, bro. It's so bad, chat. Okay, am I exaggerating, chat? Am I fucked up here? Let's see. We got some new shit. Where's the first block? Let's see. Okay, so this is regarding the polycule thing. All right, it says polycule failed, and you should never do meth. Love is always worth a try. Meth is not. And this was in regards, and they quote tweeted somebody that says it's nice that they're all bonding again. There's nothing that brings a polycule under prosecution. My bad. I'm sorry. You know, it's just when I think of April Anderson, for whatever reason, I don't know why. I mean, it's probably completely unrelated, no fucking correlation at all. I think of prostitution whenever April comes to mind. I don't know. I'm sure it is just a bad coincidence that has nothing to do with their character at all. But yeah, there's nothing that brings a polycule under prosecution together quite like some meth. And yeah, so it looks like, you know, things are not looking good for the Quober gang. Okay, the Quober gang. Here you go. Everybody knows about the Quober gang. Apparently the Quober gang is what fucking Lady Rackets named their polycule or some shit. Right? The Quober gang. So it's not looking good there. Can you leave the stream up? Yeah, I can. Just make sure to send a like, because it really does help out. Oh, hold on. Lies. Here's what I'm gonna do. What I always do. So fucking the stream will go members only for like, I don't know, like 10, 20, or 30 minutes. However long it takes to edit out the song. So members get it first, and then it's gonna go public. Basically, that's how it works. But yeah, it'll most likely stay public. I just do it to cut out like the songs that prevent it from being seen all over. You know, the Senny Squad song. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, members get it first, and then everybody else can get it like whenever the fucking edits go out. But yeah. So make sure to send a like as well. We need a lot of likes on here to get more eyes on this. Okay. But yeah, so the Quober gang, apparently what Lady Rack is named the Polycule, you know, and Breaking Baldo News went ahead and said, Breaking Baldo News, April Anderson publicly admits the Quober gang's existence. Everything Aaron said was true, so April, basically, by not shutting her yap, added more credibility to Aaron, right? So initially, you know, obviously Aaron, the Steel Toe Morning Show, there are a lot of detractors out there, surprisingly. I don't know what you can get. Like, I don't know how much shit you can get to hate on Aaron for. Like, and that's not me defending him or anything. That's not me as a fan, because I don't know anything about him other than, like, surface level shit and what I've seen. But it's like, how do you want... like, how does this guy get detractors, right? Like, it's crazy, right? It is a little insane. Like, you can understand how, like, a drug addict like Nick would get fucking detractors because he lied to his entire audience for over 10 years about being a trad dad, a Christian, a good father, blah, 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 blah. But, like, Aaron, it's like, you don't... You know, I've been looking. I'm trying. But the point is, there's obviously going to be, you know, when Aaron told the stories, there were a lot of people in the Rekieta camp, the anti-Aaron camp, just in general, they're like, well... These are just trust me bros, you know, we don't believe Aaron. But the problem, and this is what I'm talking about, these people, April and Nick, oh my god, they make this guy look good and he doesn't even need to do anything. You know, I'll tell you the 3 biggest offenders of making Aaron look good. You guys want to, like, again, just going to keep it real and be realest guy in the room? You got, these 3 people are the biggest offenders of making Aaron look good. Patrick Melton, a guy that fucking harasses children. Let's put it nicely. All right? Yeah, we're not going to go into the sick, demented, fucked up shit he says about 10-year-olds, you know, because TOS. But yeah, there you go. The first thing. The second thing, April, basically a whore. Adds credibility to Aaron. 3, Nick, bad father, child neglect, child abuse, drug addict. Failed fucking lawyer or whatever, if you even want to call him that. It's like these 3 people are what make the toe look good. Alright? And the toe doesn't even need to try. It's fucked up, isn't it? Holy fucking shit. So then, April quote tweets Breaking Baldo News, says this doesn't mean Aaron was right or wrong about anything except the existence of an attempted foursome that failed. He told all the stories wrong. I understand why he did it that way. Well, if you say so. April continues and she says, Quober is a fucking gay word someone came up with that I had to go along with for a foursome that Aaron asked me to be a part of with him, which I agreed to because I loved him and I loved them. Now it's over. It didn't have... Bro, this is some cringe shit, bro. What the fuck? What is this? So apparently there's these messages. I'm fucking tired of giving any bit of myself to people. Good job, internet. You burned it out for me. Internet can find someone else to fuck with. I don't know if that's like officially from Rekieta. See, what is... I wasn't tired enough not to sleep with April. There's more fucking things. Here. Okay. All right. But that's for now. We'll get more tweets, but for now that's kind of like the tail of the tape, so to speak. So chat, let me get your expert analysis. What do you think of this entire situation? Do you think it's a fucking shit show? As much of a shit show as I think it is. I think it's pretty bad. Denise, thank you for gifting 1 membership. Somebody in the chat says Aaron wanted it, ? Lemon Bake says cringe. Jerry Last says thank you for the membership. Yeah, thanks Denise. Good job. Aaron is a dork who wanted to be with the cool kids and he isn't smart. You know, You know what the sad part is? He was cool and smart enough to be with Nick Rekieta. Because who was the one that brought him into the fucking playpen in the first place? It was Nick Rekieta, the best judging character ever there. Keeping 3 pedophiles around. Dax Herrera, Vito, and Patrick Melton. That's fucking Rekieta squad. Jesus, I didn't even add the Ralph male. Apparently you guys have told me that Ralph might be a bit of a pedo as well. That's kind of fucked up. You know, it's not... That's really fucked up to hear. You know, here I thought Ralph, you know, the Ralph male was the voice of a generation. You know, he's a workhorse, brings his blood, sweat, and tears, and literal tears to the fucking streaming world. But now you guys are telling me that apparently Ralph is a pedophile. That's fucked up, dude. That's just fucked up. You know, I am very, 1, astonished, and 2, disappointed that the Ralph male would be reduced to this. Chat. It's very fucked up. Very fucked up. April law, Rekieta law, uncivil law, potentially law, legal law, self-defense law, Ralph law. What a beautiful, diverse online family we have. That's right, content lasagna. Angela says, Ralph is the voice of the degenerates. Hey, that's an insult to degeneracy. Okay. I'm late for the stream. Is there any option for maybe she got knocked up? I mean, like, okay, so earlier, I mean, there's the poll. You guys can take it. I'll give a little spoiler alert on what we got. So apparently 600 people taking this poll, 81% of you, and it's going up still, but let's round it out. 80% of you guys say that you think April Imholte, April Anderson, April Rekieta has been knocked up. Chat. 80% of you have said that April is knocked up, Rekieta's penis still works, you know, he's not shooting blanks, and 20% of you are saying that April has no ovary or got one ovary taken out, and Rekieta's shooting blanks so that there's not a baldo baby in the bunker, so to speak. So that's 20% of you guys, while 80% of you guys think that it's true. I don't know, man. Anything's possible on the interwebs, I suppose. You know, I'm sure... I don't know. It's difficult, ain't it? Like, in it. British. Like, because the way she's acting, right? It's erratic, is weird behavior. Let's just pretend like she is or whatever. Kind of would explain the behavior a little bit, right? The hormones would be up, you know? Rekieta's behavior would kind of explain it too, because think about it. You have 5 kids already, your life is fucked, you're losing money, your trust fund is in fucking, you know, dire needs of support, you know? Your parents can't be happy with you. Everything is going downhill. And then you get word that you have a little baldo baby in the bunker. That would explain his manic fucking episodes. This guy is staying up to like 4 a.m. in the morning fighting people. I swear to fucking God, this is not... now it looks like he wants to go back and try to be like parasocial with whatever's left of his locals and try to get his audience. So maybe he's realized he needs more cash. I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. That's the only thing that kind of casts doubt on this and makes me think that it's a possibility, right? That's the only thing that I can think of if I were to try to rationalize it a little bit, you know? She can't have the big O. Pregnancy is fake drama. Yeah, but Nick and Aaron let their wives make or before that. If a woman like April isn't posting full body pics, she's pregos. Let's see. Maybe she just has a massive abdomen infection from all that toxic coke. Damn, Urban Decay. What the fuck? That's crazy. But I still see uncivil law in chat. I guess it's like the best place to segue into this good old little fucking response. So basically what happened yesterday. Go ahead and make this
apparently
bigger before we look at this. Well, basically what happened yesterday, or maybe a couple days ago, I'm not really caught up. There's been so much fucking Rekieta news and stuff. Rekieta started attacking Lawtube. First, he made this weird tweet where he later deleted it because he realized he had no proof and it was kind of stupid for him to jump the gun on it. But he accused potentially criminal, which is Lawtube Sean, of opping him, basically going on a fake Rekieta account and impersonating him. And he said it's very sad and embarrassing or whatever, you know, one of his old catchphrases. The problem with that is he has no fucking proof at all. So he's just jumping the gun, trying to fucking smear another lawyer, another person, former associate that he called a quote-unquote friend, right? But remember, Nick's the one that gets stabbed in the back, guys, not the guy making fucking assertions and fucking fake news, basically. That guy is completely fine. You know, no, it's Lawtube that's the issue. So Nick is basically smearing everybody, trying to make them look bad because his reputation's already in the fucking gutter, right? So he's just trying to deflect onto other people. So that's the first thing. To be honest, though, like the thing with that is, and this is where I'm confused about Ethan Van Sciver's position, kind of, because he doesn't seem like he's pushing back on the fucking idiocy of Nick. Because we can all agree here in chat, right? That's a fucking stupid thing to say, right? Like, Rekieta fucking saying that Sean is in charge of some weird alt account, you know, just impersonating Nick in chats, right? Picking Sean in particular, acting like Sean doesn't have anything better to do, right? I mean, chat, is it Sean that's fighting with people at 4 a.m. in the fucking morning, right? Is it Sean that's doing mountains of fucking cocaine? Is it Sean that's swapping in between alt accounts to fight with random people on the internet? I don't think it is. Again, I think it's one of these little projection things. I had heard little birdies saying that Nick and some of his Baldo minions have been in my chat. They just don't want to make themselves known. Which, I mean, whatever. I don't think the chat... I don't think you guys would be too nice. I mean, you guys chewed the fuck out of EVS, so I don't know if they want the smoke. But again, it's like one of those things, chat. We can agree that it's really stupid to not push back on Nick's weird claim of like, no, this is definitely Sean, I know you're running an alt account, I know you're doing so dumb. It's like, what credibility does Nick Rekieta have left? Nothing, like objectively nothing. But again, this is why it's so confusing to know what EVS's side or his, like, what is his MO? I mean, it's obviously, I mean, it kind of feels like he's playing both sides a little bit. Like, he wants to get off the ship because he knows the ship is sinking. But at the same time, it's like he doesn't want to completely roast Nick, which is weird. Because at this point, you have every reason to. There's no reason not to. He's just a fucking idiot. Right? It's so dumb. But this is essentially like Lawtube. I like to think of it as Lawtube fighting back. So in regards to Nick's claim that Lawtube knew fucking about the coke and shit, here's uncivil law and a little clip he did right there, October 26th. So let's just play that real quick.
Apparently, Nick Rekieta has said things, I don't remember the exact quote, but he has said things that seem to imply, well, he said that Lawtube knew about his drug use and didn't do anything about it. Something to that effect. Lawtube knew about his drug use and didn't do anything about it. Okay, first of all, I didn't know, and I'm not sure that anyone necessarily knew, although we might have suspected based on things, but that's a different...
Like, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Unless you fucking have, like, receipts, which, by the way, Nick... No, I want to point this out. Nick never drops receipts now, does he? He just makes these stupid assertions, and just never fucking... He doesn't do anything with it. Like, it's just bullshit. It's bullshittery. It's fucking bullshittery. And again, it's like one of those things where, like, I'm sure they're not rushing to fucking think you're a drug addict or a coke addict, because what I'm starting to, like, realize here, by the way, shout out to 900 of you in fucking chat. Dude, I think I might have beat my fucking Weeb Wars record. At this point, Jesus Christ. Oh shit, Senpai's definitely home now, bro. It's so, we're so back We are so back, Sen bros. We are so back, Senpai bros. Make sure to keep liking and sharing the stream. Let's see if I can actually get 1,000 viewers for the first time. First time. That would be awesome. But yeah, I was starting to realize that it's not like, imagine if Lawtube were to like really stab Nick in the back. They would have been calling him like a drug addict and a coke addict earlier on, or they would be assuming the worst things about him. One of the worst things you can assume about one of the people in your group is that they're a drug addict and they're, just, incompetent and stuff, right? And they didn't do that, right? I think that personally, from my point of view, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, or you think I'm off base, I think Nick and whatever's left of his circle are trying to twist the narrative, right? Like, it's more of like Lawtube, people like Uncivil, Andrew, etc., Sean, we're giving Nick the benefit of the doubt to not, get involved in his personal life and stuff and just believe in Nick, okay? Which is probably one of the worst mistakes ever, and I'm sure a lot of people regret it. But like, they chose to believe in somebody that they looked at as maybe a colleague or associate or somebody that's been friendly to them. But now Nick is trying to be like, no, they backstabbed me. It was all a backstab, and it's a clout grab, and it's a clout move. Even like to bring it back to EVS a little bit, right? And this is like me not even being, an EVS hater, so to speak. It's really weird how you try to like bury it. It almost like, because correct me if I'm wrong, EVS, I know you're going to get your ass in here at some point. I know it's inevitable. We said yellow flash 3 times. You know what? Let's try something else, chat. Let's say Eric July's name 3 times and see if EVS appears. There's a little rumor on the streets that it happens. So let's do it on 3, okay? 3, 2, 1. We say Eric July's name 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Eric July, Eric July, Eric July. EVS, where are you at? We gotta do the ritual, guys. Gotta bring out EVS. We got a lot of questions for him tonight. Why does it seem like you're trying to bury Lawtube and call them like sharks, backstabbers, grifters? At least that's what I'm getting when you were going over Andrews last night as well. I don't think that's the case. I think it's like, I disagree. As to TLDR it, I disagree. I don't see it. I think it's more of like a bad faith thing to say that. And I think what it really is Nick trying to still, to this day, work the narrative to his favor. But that's just my view on it, okay? Well, let's continue on.
Difference from knowing. So I'm not sure that anyone knew it was true. Some people suspected, some people thought it was pretty self-evident, but I'm not sure, strictly speaking, anyone knew. Second of all, even if we did know, what the hell were we supposed to do about it exactly? What is Nick Rekieta exactly chiding us for? What did we fail to do that we should have done? If we did know that he was using drugs and using cocaine, what is it exactly that he thinks we should have done that we didn't do?
Exhibitionism is a hell of a drug, since they would rather exercise their masochism than take care of their kids.
Nick is... Oh, fuck. I couldn't read that. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, at least TTS went off. Alright, let me see if I can find that and give it a heart. Hey, you're making it difficult, chat. Hey, there you go. Nick is and RTU are one and the same. Exhibitionism is a hell of a drug, since they would rather exercise their masochism than care of their kids. Yeah, at this point, Nick is just getting chewed out, like, by literal randoms. It's not a good fucking idea for him to continue to engage. Again, like, narcissism and localism kind of go hand in hand, I suppose. But yeah, again, it's like, to go back to the video, and thanks Gigi for the super chat. But yeah, what were they supposed to do, really, right? Like, I guess, like, unless you have like a screenshot where people are like actively encouraging you, right, to do this shit, like, we see enablers. Here's like the common enablers or whatever that I've seen. Camelot, biggest enabler, who apparently knew a lot about this shit, and Camelot seems like the type that would go ahead and encourage you to continue this behavior. So honestly, if you're gonna point the finger at anybody, point the finger at Camelot. Like, why are you pointing the finger at Lawtube? Like, do you not see how obviously petty and fucking slimy it looks like, and how desperate it looks like? Like, you're pointing the finger at these guys after you already made like a fucking incorrect statement about Sean, right? But what about Camelot? If you really want to talk about enablers being an issue, what about fucking Camelot? Camelot's probably the biggest enabler. Nick isn't bitching about him. Nick isn't crying about Camelot. Nick isn't like making like, wait, where was the tweet where Nick is like, oh, Camelot's making an alt account to fucking fuck with me? It's like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's sad. It's really fucking sad. This attempt to try to make Lawtube look bad, just fucking sad. And it kind of just shows to be like, Nick has always been the biggest snake, and he continues to try to this fucking very moment, and now it's just fucking sad.
What were we supposed to do exactly? I don't know. As I'm sure you can appreciate from overall, other things, Nick is a fairly independent guy, and, Lawtube has been trying to provide him some counsel and recommendations and suggestions with respect to his post-arrest issues. We've been suggesting, for example, he keep his mouth shut. We've been suggesting, for example, these motions don't really work. We've been suggesting that he should probably seek some sort of diversionary deal.
And like, I don't think necessarily that these people covering Nick being a fucking loser, scumbag, and they've been very professional. Like, here's the difference here. You've been in my streams. I've told you a lot of times, I'm not a professional. I'm a shit talker, etc. No, these, by comparison, right? I am a shit talker. I shit talk Nick and this and that. I make jokes and whatever, right? We all make jokes here. These people, right? Like the Lawtubers that cover this are very professional about the entire thing. They're nothing like how I conduct myself. They're very professional. They're respectful. Even when they get berated by Nick for no fucking reason, they still try to keep it as civil, no pun intended, as possible. So it's like, again, I don't see the snaky, over the top, like, betrayal that, like, again, like, he'll show up. I know. I have faith, pals. I have faith that Ethan Van Sciver kind of tries to portray, or what I get from it anytime I see, like again, Van Sciver going over Legal Mindset yesterday. It seemed like he was trying to imply that, like, Legal Mindset is just a shark in the water that smells the blood of Rekieta and stuff. Again, it's just, that's how I see it, at this point. And so far, kind of really agree with this statement. What are they supposed to do, right?
Maybe if he's really, really nice, he could have gotten maybe a misdemeanor with an eye towards an eventual dismissal, right? Maybe if he was really, really nice, he could have gotten a misdemeanor. And like, if you keep your nose clean, in this case, somewhat literally, for some period of time, then the misdemeanor conviction just completely disappears and it's like it never happened, right? Maybe he was really, really good. He could have gotten that thing. As you may have noticed, Nick Rekieta has not been exactly taking our advice when it comes to his post-arrest motions. He's not exactly been taking our advice with respect to, the motions not working, and with respect to the, maybe you should try to do some sort of long-term drug treatment, and maybe you have a problem, and maybe you shouldn't be making the statements, and maybe you should be seeking a more contrite attitude and asking the government for a little bit of mercy.
Like, and then that's another thing that I kind of want to cover. It's like, they have been giving him advice, right, on their cover, in between their coverages. It's not like legal advice in the sense where Nick can get, like, in trouble or anything. It's just like genuine, just like, hear this, hear what we're saying, look at it from this perspective, and then just come to your senses, kind of like advice or anything, right? The last time I saw Nick stream, he tried to not instigate, but like give the impression that they were trying to give him legal advice, and he set him up or something, which is fucking stupid. Like, I don't know why the fuck you would ever think that. I don't know who would ever believe that. It's fucking stupid as shit. But he's like trying to go that angle. It's like, no, listen, dude, you could just listen to what they're saying and just food for thought, and maybe just shut up, you know, like. But instead, what did you do? You went on these streams, you spurged out, you gave clippers, and people like me like a good time to laugh at you, and that's all well and good, but you're not doing yourself any favors. All right, you are the destruction of yourself. You're destroying yourself, Nick, and it's nobody's fault but your own, really. Every time you get burned, it's because of you, Nick. It's because of you. It's not these other lawyers, all right? In fact, what do? What do you do to these lawyers? What do? You try to damage their credibility. You try to damage their reputation, all right? That's what you do. That's all you ever do. You take these cheap fucking jabs, your stupid little passive-aggressive cheap jabs at these guys, call into question their credibility. There's Nate the lawyer, and there was uncivil law. You know, again, just saying they were wrong. And then your butt buddy Barnes and shit, he backs you up because that's all he is, and he's a fucking retard too. Barnes is another one of these idiots. Oh, better call Barnes, pal. Better call Barnes. Wait, hold on. Speaking of the, okay, Barnes mentioned. All right, we got to do this. Fuck. It's the wrong thing here. Press the wrong button, chat. Oh god, it's so over. Okay.
Apparently,
okay.
Nick.
Right here. You got third world aristocrats. Yes, my favorite meme channel. Okay, my favorite fucking meme channel. Better Call Barnes. Okay, about the third world aristocrat. Shout out to all of you in chat. I don't know how many people we got in chat. How many people do we have in chat? How many likes do we have? Last time I checked, we had like almost 1,000. Can we get to 1,000 tonight, chat? Can we get to 1,000 viewers tonight? See if we can do that. Hit the like. I heard hitting the like helps expand the reach, and I also heard that it's free, and I know everybody loves free shit, so I think everybody should hit the like on this stream. All right, here's one of my favorite memes though, because you know when we talk about our good pal Robert Barnes, we gotta play this.
I had this discussion a long time ago, but lawyers are magicians. There's magic words, and if the right magic words get said, the magic trick happens and everything goes away. Houdini, like, David Copperfield, right? Like, there's drug charges, poof, and they're gone.
It's time for the OG of Lawtube to educate the rest of Lawtube. Nate, go back to constitutional law class. Potentially criminal Sean. The only thing accurate about his name is probably the criminal part. Uncivil law, God bless him. Stick to patent law, bro. Legal mindset. So maybe I'll take the time to ask and research why it is you suddenly left the state of Florida and went to Southeast Asia as a single man. You chose the town in Thailand, most infamous for one thing, for child prostitution. That's where he chose to.
Complete professional over here. This is Team Rekieta, by the way, right?
I wonder if that's a coincidence. What motivated that shit? I mean, a bunch of Lawtube owes me an apology, frankly. I don't know how many people I was like, Barnes is just speculating on the search warrant. He can't possibly know what's in the search warrant. But what you have is a corrupt cop writing a fake warrant. A vengeful, vindictive cop looking to get Nick Rekieta. Bogus warrant by corrupt cop, signed off by vengeful judge. Mm-hmm. Exactly. It turned out the cop was completely rogue. Lying, hiding information.
This guy is such a meme, bro. What the where did he come from? Where did Barnes come from? This guy is such a meme, dude. I'm surprised I've never heard of this guy up until the Rekieta shit. Because I was looking, is there any fucking Rekieta dick lickers left and shit? And then I heard, well, there's that Robert Barnes guy. And I'm like, who the fuck is Robert Barnes? Yeah, it's Robert Barnes, guys. Everybody give a clap to Robert Barnes.
Fabricating facts, making up claims, intimidating, coercing other cops, intimidating, coercing witnesses in direct violation of their 5th and 6th Amendment rights. So, Rekieta's already won. He's got robust constitutional issues. Now, who knows with the state trial court judge? 9 out of 10 are in the pocket of the prosecutor, and they're complete wusses and not willing to enforce the Constitution when it comes to these issues. So that there's always that issue, but they're tough to get. with a lot of judges. That doesn't mean the judge's decision is correct. So the fact that judge says something tells you nothing about the law.
Thank you, Barnes. I really appreciate that insight. Best Lawtuber in the game, bro. Jesus Christ. No wonder. Nobody could fucking... Nobody... Move over on civil law. That's your competition right there. I don't think anybody could beat Robert Barnes. Nick's already won, chat. Nick's already won. Barnes leached off a Rittenhouse legal team and got booted. Yeah, I kind of heard that as well. That's another thing I heard. I think I made a video on him. I might make a follow-up. He's such a goofy guy. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I lost the timestamp. Where were we at, chat? We were 1:38 or something? I think so. Okay, let's finish this up anyway.
We've been suggesting, for example, these motions don't really work. We've been suggesting that he should probably seek some sort of diversionary deal. Maybe if he's really, really nice, he could have gotten maybe a misdemeanor with an eye towards an eventual dismissal, right? Maybe if he was really, really nice, he could have gotten a misdemeanor. And like if you keep your nose clean, in this case, somewhat literally, for some period of time, then the misdemeanor conviction just completely disappears and it's like it never happened, right? Maybe he was really, really good. He could have gotten that thing. As you may have noticed, Nick Rekieta has not been exactly taking our advice when it comes to his post-arrest motions. He's not exactly been taking our advice with respect to, you know, the motions not working, and with respect to the, you know, maybe you should try to do some sort of long-term drug treatment, and maybe you have a problem, and maybe you shouldn't be making the statements, and maybe you should be seeking a more contrite attitude and asking the government for a little bit of mercy. Our suggestions have not exactly been well received, so I'm not sure why he thinks there was anything we could have done that would have stopped the behavior in the first place. I'm not sure what we were supposed to do that would have like been effective on any level. So I don't know. I got nothing. Stop listening to Barnes was also high on our suggestion list. That was high on our suggestion list. Doesn't seem to really be going super well on that domain.
However, Nick doesn't surround himself with yes men. Nick is completely good faith. He's not in a hug box. He's not in the Baldo bunker. All right. Robert Bard, the OG of Lawtube. God damn.
Yeah. His blaming is another addict technique to shift blame from his behavior and allow him to continue his use. Nick is not well and no place ready for recovery. That seems to be true. Again, he doesn't seem to accept that he has a problem.
Yup.
Which, you know. Okay.
First problem.
So
that's like the problem of like all, like the first main problem of all drug addicts is that they don't accept that they have an issue, and they think they're fine and they can just, you know, push through everything. I think that's one of like Ralph's in like first downfalls. In fact,
makes trying to solve a problem when there isn't one really hard. It's really hard to solve a problem when you don't acknowledge it exists. So that's challenging.
And I believe even Nick has like previously gone ahead and said that, like, I don't know if he fucking straight up said he doesn't have a problem, but I'm sure he's at some point been like, like, I don't need to go to rehab, you know, or anything like that, which is like, yeah, you kind of do, bud. Like, you kind of do. Let's be honest. He kind of does. But that is only our first clip. Got a couple more, but you know, chat, it's time for the infamous water break. Okay, it's time for the infamous water break. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys with Baldo Wave, and we will be right back. I know you guys love Baldo Wave. All right, so we're gonna play some the memers out there. Okay, we love the memers. Memers are great as well. All right, they make great Rekieta memes. Man. Good shit, everybody. Good shit all around. All right, good stuff. You love to see it. But here's a super chat by Beardo's skid-marked Batman under. Well, that's a fucking name. And this is in regards to Nick Rekieta and April's Zitter. Spurg out. And this is what Legal Mindset had to say about this.
Beardo's skid marked Batman under roofs for $5 says, just coming in, did you see the Nick and April spurging out on Twitter about an hour ago? I've seen some of it. People have forwarded to me. It seems like the guy's off his meds, but you know, that's
It was like Kanye that one time. It's like, is he off his meds, or did he just like, you know, like forget to take them or something? Is he, or is it like, is he actually, no, it went, is he off something or is he on something? You know, like Rekieta could be off his meds, but he could also be, you know, relapsing. All right. Like, it's just either, it could really go either way at this point.
That's par for the course with Pope Nick, the Rackets, the Rail King. You know, whether or not you're high or coming down or whatever else it is, with someone who's a substance abuser, you can expect erratic behavior, and it's erratic behavior from a drug addict.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, it's like one of those things where he's not beating, like, you know, the addict allegations and stuff. Not that he really ever was, again, if you want to look at this like objectively and stuff, but yeah, he just makes it worse. He makes people believe, you know, that he's fucking insane, right? It's literally not even and nobody even has to do anything anymore. It's like what I said earlier on today's show about Aaron and stuff. It's like, I don't want to like Aaron, but like Aaron doesn't even have to do anything to win like the like the rapport of the people, because Nick and fucking April are just so insufferable, and they're just it's just, that's it. They're so insufferable, you know? They act like a bad teenage couple. It's just kind of disturbing at some point. You know, you can't help but be like, you know, Steel Toe W in chat. You know? Yeah. It's hard. It's tough. It's tough, guys. Steel Toe W. All right? Steel Toe W, I gotta say. But let's continue.
Shocker, right? Shocker. A drug addict is acting erratic. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh God, that's crazy.
See, EVS, that's why doing a mountain of coke isn't cool. Maybe if you say it as a witty retort, right? But I don't think Nick is in any position to be making witty retorts at this point in time. And given like the reality of his situation, I don't think it's very cool. I think it's very detrimental, personally. All right.
That's insane that a drug addict is acting crazy.
You are coping and seething.
Yeah, more context. There you go.
You just can't accept what
April's
you
probably on the stuff too, if we're being honest. And again, it's like, it doesn't help that these two, like, if you look back, like, what was this, like 2 or 3 months ago, I want to say, you know, there's speculation, and it was just speculation too, because April moved in with Nick, and then there was speculation that there was like coke somewhere in the vicinity, and that Nick might have accidentally shown it on stream, or at least alluded to it. But again, this was like 2 to 3 months ago, like a while back. And I think the only people that speculated were like the casino and like me briefly. But again, there wasn't really anything to go off of, just speculation. But I mean, now we got kind of some erratic behavior here. You got Nick either going back and forth in April's account, or them just fighting the power as some weird fucking power couple, teenage couple in their minds on Lawtube, and it's just fucking terrible. It is the most abhorrent shit you've ever seen. Copa, good old Copacabana. So this is just more. Dude, that's a lot. What the fuck? I'm trying to fast forward this shit. I'm trying to fast forward this, and there's just so much. I'm sorry, I had to lower Copacabana because it's breaking me. Yeah, that's him too. Yeah, it's just okay. So it's just all their fucking timeline. It's a lot of shit. Yeah, I mean, I think that kind of speaks for itself. Let's go check their timeline right now, actually. Let's see if anything's changed. Oh, that's Rekieta Law. Rekieta! Alright, let's refresh the page, chat. See if there's anything here now. You know, the last tweet he made 2 hours ago. And it was to somebody called Rant Man. Oh God, he blocked Rant Man. Okay, so all right, so this is what happened. I guess he quote tweeted Rekieta, and Rekieta must have blocked him because you can't see it anymore. So he says, "Rekieta Law, have fun in prison." And then Rekieta quote tweets. You know, I'll give this guy props for one thing. There's still 100, unless he's botting these likes, there's still close to 200 people believing his bullshit. All right. Now, granted, it's not like anything comparable to his old numbers, like 10,000 people, but still, you know, I'll give you credit, Nick. You got a little under 200 people believing your bullshit still. But let's see what he has to say. The thing about me is, I'd find a way to have... Oh, God. Yeah? Yeah, Nick? You would? Oh, please do tell. You know what I don't like about this tweet, chat? I don't like that it's like he's kind of giving into the idea that it's going to happen now. That's not good. That's not a good sign at all. That seems like, this does seem kind of like total cope, because he's effectively saying he's going to be okay being a prison bitch. That's fucked up. Like, Nick, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? What is going on? Chat, am I in like the fucking Twilight Zone? The hell is going on? Okay, I gotta check and make sure I'm not fucking... I gotta make sure I'm not fucking, you know... Hopefully I'm not smoking indoors. Oh no, that's just the VTuber avatar. Enjoy prison, stalker child. Found my pipe. I'm sure Rackets could find plenty of people to have fun with in prison. That's what I'm saying. I don't like this, chat. I don't like this implication that Nick's making. Okay? I don't like it at all. But it kind of looks like he's fully accepted that he's gonna go and be the prison bitch. It's bad. It's bad. And for those of you in chat that are asking why I'm coughing, well, as you can see in front of you, you know, I'm sitting on a rooftop on a moon on the left, starry night, and I got a fucking cig right there. So, you know, that's why. All right. That's why. Yeah, but I don't like this. The thing about me, I'd find a way to have fun in prison. You can't have fun anywhere because you're a nerd. Get beat up and stuffed in a locker. What is he doing? What is... Dude, he doesn't even sound... Like, he sounds like such a fucking bitch. What is this? Is this a joke? What is happening here? Is this a fucking joke? Okay. Let's see. This is who you are calling a nerd on the internet. This is who is calling you a nerd on the internet. Okay, so this is probably one of the accounts that Nick blocked. And then he says this. And then Nick says, yeah, get lost, you fucking nerd. Learn to have a little fun in your life until a joke or two. It's just fun. It's just fun and games, chat. It's all fun and games until somebody gets locked up for cocaine. Then Rekieta says to this person, right here, pay attention to your own life. God, you people are so fucking embarrassing. Get cancer. That's not very nice, Nick. That's not very Christian of you. Chad, is that very Christian of Nick? I don't think it's very Christian of him. So this person says, they're embarrassing. That's rich. Get well. And then Nick quote tweets this person with grace that only Nick Rekieta can give other people and says, yeah, they are. Imagine talking about calling the police on someone because of their tweets. Good God. The internet became so fucking unfun because of people like you. I saw somebody come in to say, to Nick's defense, he's right about this one thing. I'm not sure, but like, I just know that he's so off the deep end. He has no reason to be talking about or bitching about people being unfun on the internet. All right. Now here's a nice little tweet dedicated to Lawtube over here. And, oh God, this is where it starts. It's so fucking over, bro. It's never been this fucking over. Chat, is it over? Like, be honest with me, all right? Is it over for the Rekieta bros? Give me one if it's so fucking over. Like, it's never been this fucking over. Give me a one in chat. And give me a 2 if, you know, we'll bounce back. If the Rekieta bros will bounce back. It's so over. It's never been this over. The prison arc is just about to start. Oh, Trashfire in chat says it's a 2. It's a 2. Son, are you sure you weren't going bananas before the stream? Dude, I always go bananas, okay? I always go bananas. Okay, everybody in chat is pretty much saying 1, 1, 1. Nah, we haven't even begun to see what over looks like. Just wait till the local stream. Dude, I am never hyped for a Nick stream. It is not what I want to do. But at this point in the game, I am so fucking hyped. Like, I want to see if this guy can fucking pull it together. I don't think he can, though. This person with the... No, only I'm allowed to mock people's legal... That's another thing, dude. How many times has Nick mocked people for their legal filings? How many times has he done this to other people? It's like the hypocrisy thing again, right? And like the whole rules for thee, but not for me fucking shit happening. It's bad. It's bad. And this is it. This is where it was like so fucking over too. He said, no, only I'm allowed to mock people. And then this. Nikki, what's wrong? It's so fucking over, bro. It's never been this over. Remember, Nick he prides himself on never blocking anybody. It's so fucking over. There was somebody that said, oh, Mandy, and then he got blocked. So he does it. Okay, so here are the 2 triggers for Nick. He doesn't like you bringing up that his legal filing is shit and he's going to get fucked up again. And he doesn't like you bringing up Mandy. So, and I think this person got like blocked as well shortly after. So this person says, laughing my ass off. What a cuck. This person says, oh, wow, he's finally started blocking people. Lol, I always thought he never did that or only did it for extremely rare and unique situations, which I'm not sure if this would have been one of those before his druggy phase. And of course, Nick with... He can't let it go. He can't let it go. Bro, this is not the way, bro. What are you doing? You're acting... like a spurg, bro. Like, again, it's like one of those things. It's like, did me and this guy like trade fucking mindsets or luck or something? Like, he's acting like me in my spurgy phases and shit or whatever. Like, I'm still, let's be honest, I'm still kind of spurgy. I mean, I think it's good in moderation, but this guy is like going way too hard for no reason. Like, again, it's like, okay, you're a shit lawyer. You have shit luck because you're an idiot and you're incompetent. You're a cuck and you got a Mandy, all right? Like, but you could have still made it through. It's not that. That's not even the biggest problems, okay? People calling you a bad father, that should be one of your triggers, all right? Because you are a bad father, okay? You're a shitty father. You're a terrible father, you know? How do you let your kids get cocaine in their fucking hair? And like the way you erratically try to downplay this all the fucking time is just embarrassing. Miss Tay Liana, thank you for gifting 5 memberships, 5 hats. Really appreciate that. It's bad. It's really bad. But let's see what the nose has to say. I'm blocking nerds because I'm tired of being barked at by fucking nerds. Only cool people get to talk to me. If you get blocked, it probably means you just... Wait, it probably just reminds you of growing up. It's like, my God, the biggest man-child on the internet is telling you to grow up. It's like, what? The biggest... And you know what? Now that I know, like, the fucking... You know how, like, you can't see who likes your shit anymore? Or, like, you can't see who likes a tweet? Why do I feel like Nick's the type of guy to bot, like, engagement at this point? I don't know. That's my speculation, all right? If I was a dipshit like Rekieta, right? I would go ahead and be like, Nick Rekieta, you know what I would do? I'd make a fucking tweet like Nick did with no receipts whatsoever and say, Nick Rekieta is botting engagement on Twitter because his fucking reputation is so down the gutter, nobody wants to fuck with him anymore. Except pedophiles. Like fucking Patrick Melton. Or let me be nice and accurate. People that get off on harassing 10-year-old children. That's the only people that want to fuck with Nick. People like Patrick Melton. Awesome. Great. What a great fucking look, Nick. What a great look you got. So then some person comes in and he says, at the legal mindset, Nick Rekieta. And then Nick Rekieta comes in and he's like, tag fucking nerds all you want. So, oh shit. So legal mindset's a nerd now. All right, at least fucking Rekieta. Okay, let's try to look at the positives here. At least Rekieta isn't pedo-jacketing legal mindset. All right, that's a okay. That's a good thing. That's one redeeming thing for the nose. Okay, remember, guys, it's always going to be the nose versus the toe. All right, tell me right now, who do you got? Whose team are you on? Are you on the toes team or are you on the noses team? All right, and you got to choose one. People are like it's too difficult, Sen, or whatever. But you got to choose. If you had to choose, if you had to save someone from a burning building, would you save the toe or would you save the nose? Let me know in the chat. So, let's see. Oh my God, what did you hang out with that fool? He was always so cringe. You know, we got one of Nick's supporters here. And then Rekieta says, he's even worse because he thinks he's cool, but he's a massive dork. It's like, what are these fucking playground insults, Nick? Then this person says, could have told you that furry and the depth trial. So again, Nick only has the best grammar. All right. This person says he probably thought of it during the depth trial too, but didn't say it publicly until they weren't friends anymore. Though Nick says I have the whole thing backwards, it's worth pointing out, though, that it was Legal Mindset who told Nick about what Legal Bite's husband said about him. And that's what typical manga fan says. So he clearly is unbiased here. But still, Nick doesn't care. Because I don't think Nick is looking for an unbiased take. I think what Nick is looking for is more like, you need to be on my side and my side only. And hate all my enemies, all right? But I'm going to still pretend like I'm looking for unbiased people. So yeah, that's the update as of now. There are a bunch of replies he's been replying to. Let's see if April said anything. Let's hit the refresh on April. So yeah, the last thing, I think about 2 hours ago, is just... Rekieta is quote tweeting. Rekieta says, glad to see somebody else embodied my spirit before it's all over. Do good things. And this one was in regards to the thing that Nick says, the thing about me is I find a way to have in prison. I have no idea what this is supposed to imply. Those are some of the fucking comments. Sounds pretty fantastic or fatalistic. Legal Seagull. I've seen this fucking person around a lot. Are they even a content creator? This is a fucking good name. Oh, it's a fucking parody account, whatever. That's actually kind of funny. Honestly, I'm not a fan of parody accounts that much, but this one is very funny. I like the name. Hey, can you ask your coke fiend boyfriend to unblock me? I didn't do anything wrong, and I'm not a nerd, by the way. It's okay, Legal Seagull. I'm still not blocked. Okay, I can get the true story. All right, I can get the one-on-one interview with Nicholas Robert Rekieta. I can ask the tough questions, chat. Save the Baldo. He's more entertaining. I mean, to be honest, to be fair, yeah, we'll give them. Yeah, like I said, there's not much to dissect with Aaron, but there's a whole lot to dissect with fucking Rekieta. So if you want to save the lulls, I guess saving the nose would be the better option, right? That's a good point. That's a good point, chat. Okay. But, you know, since we're looking at fucking April a lot, you know, it's time to give some airtime to the other lovely woman in this polycule. And that is Lady Rackets, our wife, Lady Rackets. And we got Lawtube Sean to go give like the probable cause and Nick's mountain of cocaine. You're probably wondering, what is this probable cause things, shenanigans? Well, the thing is, Lady Rackets is doing a smarter take on what Nick's doing. So she's not really hearing his legal advice. She's going ahead and she's acting more adult-like than Nick. But does that mean that it's going to work? Does that mean that Lady Rackets will be the one taking the W at the end of the day? Well, we don't know. But we do have somebody that can go ahead and give their sort of analysis or take on the situation. And it's somebody that I quite frankly do trust to give actual good legal advice. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and look at what potentially criminal Lawtube Sean has to say about this entire situation. And we got the clip right here, pals. Let's go ahead and see the Rekieta question, Kayla's probable cause, and Nick's Coke Mountain.
The Rekieta question. We're going to touch on this really quick, chat. The Rekieta question. The RQ, as coined by PPP. There is a Rekieta question out there. And yes, there's an update on some things. So Kayla, the, Nick Rekieta's betrothed, did file a motion to suppress and motion to dismiss. This is very bare bones, but from what I understand, she's probably going to show up in court next week, and it's a motion to suppress, motion to dismiss. And on October 28th, they will move the court for an order, and that means, I think at this point, this is more of a notice that they're going to do it. They want to suppress all evidence, statements, and confessions as a result of state's unlawful search of the home as a result of defective search warrant. The search warrant was defective because it was based on insufficient probable cause. And based on the suppression, they want to dismiss counts 1, 2, and 3 for lack of probable cause. They anticipate no witness testimony. And that doesn't mean they don't have a case. It's just they're going to be like, say, Your Honor, look, here are problems. Here's case law that supports it. And this is signed by Maggie Kluver, Kayla's attorney. Once again, I am thrilled that Kayla got her own fucking counsel and isn't relying on Nick and the fucking Barnes Walker.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Never change, Sean. Never change.
I mean, holy shit. I mean, there's a bunch of things with this that are good. Like, first of all, we're not relying on a fucking Frank's motion. We're not gunning that out and then forgetting all our other fucking defenses. So, good job so far, Kayla. Your attorney seems very smart and very competent. I think you're in very good hands. Listen to her. Don't listen to Nick. Listen to the people who actually can
I got a new question for you, chat. It's kind of just came to my mind. Do you think Lady Rackets is going to divorce Nick? Do you think Lady Rackets will divorce Nick? Give me a 1 if you think our wife, Lady Rackets, Kayla Rekieta, is going to divorce Nick. And give me a 2 if she's going to be a ride or die and stick it out with Nick. So remember, 1 if she's out the door and she's getting out while she can, taking Aaron's advice. Give me a 2 if she's going to be a ride or die. You got a lot of 1s in chat. It's okay. We have like 5 2s. Oh god, no, there's a lot of 1s. There's more 1s. There's just a lot of 1s. Okay, it's not looking good. Got 196 there. What the fuck? But yeah, it does seem like you guys think that Lady Rackets is going to end up leaving Nick. And honestly, I don't really blame her, to be honest. Like, who could blame her? I mean, there's no reason to stick around with somebody that's going to be like that, who
can care about you and do so in a competent manner.
I mean, honestly, I'd go as far as to say that, like, just go with Aaron at this point. just go, like, be with Aaron or some shit. That's fucked up, but, like, that's how I see it. Why not? Like, There's one person consistently fucking up while he goes online and making an ass clown of himself. And then there's one person that's running a fucking show where Nick is seething and we got like a fucking weirdo like Patrick Melton thirsting after a child. So again, it's like one of those things where like, well, what camp do you want to be in, you know? Like, holy fucking shit.
So it's going to be interesting there. I'm assuming there'll be some competent defense lawyering on this one. It'll also help that Kayla's not going to write her own motions. That will be very helpful to her. That will be very, very helpful to her. Dell says, how can the Kayla's search be unlawful, but Nick's isn't? Because here's the neat thing. Nick's filing was fucking awful. They focused on the Frank's motion. They're like, Franks! And they forgot to address all the other issues that were out there. So Nick squandered it. They literally pissed it away. So Kayla might get a dismissal for, like, it would be fucking hilarious if Kayla got her charges thrown out, challenging probable cause, and the court agreed, but because Nick Helen Kellered his way through his motion and precluded the ability to raise other issues, he can't do that. That would be, as what's the word Nick likes to use all the time? Embarrassing. That'd be really fucking embarrassing, chat. Really embarrassing. Like, oh my God. That'd be embarrassing. I mean, the only other thing that could be more embarrassing is, I don't know, going on Twitter and saying a bunch of shit that could be used against you.
Oh my God, he did
like,
it. Yeah.
You start talking about, complaining about loving life and being an optimist, and sometimes you say shit that sounds like an optimist who loves life and life fucks you like a pessimist from Tinder. And then somebody brings up, they say by life, do you mean doing a bunch of blow and swinging, right? And among other things here, and wait, where did it go? There we go.
Isn't it like it is kind of funny that fucking Rekieta still follows Sean? Like, what the fuck?
And as somebody says,
'cause Nick likes keeping tabs, I guess, on people that shit talk him.
do you love your kid's life when they're dirty, smelly, hungry, and begging for food and attention at church and school? Nick says they never were. And somebody brings up, and you never did coke. And Nick says, and this is Nick's account, chat. So there's a presumption this is a certified account that Nick has control over. There's a presumption this is Nick saying this. I did a fucking mountain of cocaine. I did a fucking mountain of cocaine. And Stringer Bell, once again, it's evergreen, chat. I mean, really, what the fuck? Why would you say that? Oh, I was just joking. It's sarcasm. Nobody thinks it's a joke. You're not funny. Nobody thinks you're funny. People think, like, Exhibit 1, Your Honor. Your Honor, I was just joking. It's so weird and funny. It's like going to 10.
This gives me really bad flashbacks to fucking the Vic case where Nick said a bunch of fucking retarded shit out loud on his streams and on tweets and was making all these bad proclamations and assertions, kind of like he's doing right now. And like, yeah, and then when reality hit, he kind of had to be like, well, guys, the law doesn't always go the way. AKA translation, we lost the case again, Nick. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Oh my God, it's bad. It's so fucking bad.
Pennies, Your Honor. No, it's not going to work, Nick. It's not going to work. But, Your Honor, you got to wear the ball, though. Your Honor, what you recused, Eric July must have put you up to this. Because everybody knows I'm funny. I tell funny jokes. I'm the joke man. Like, why would you do this to yourself? Why? Why? Holy Jesus.
Because he's an idiot, Sean. Because he's a fucking idiot.
You're not going to hack your way out of this, Nick. Holy cow, homie. So yeah, there's some Rekieta updates, and it's one of them is don't be a complete fucking retard and tweet out that you committed crimes. That's the other big update there, chat. That's the other big update. Don't be fucking retarded.
That's so funny.
Don't be fucking retarded. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy, chat. It's pretty easy to do. Yellow Flash, how you doing,
Oh, look,
buddy?
it's Flash. What an idiot. He really posted. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
It's good to see you saying, lol, what an idiot. He really posted those. Yes, he did. And then he tried to, like, gay up that I was doing something and forgot he wasn't using a fucking sock account and deleted it. So,
Oh, it's over.
good job, Nick. Good job. Nick's legal strategy is a Sean impersonation defense. Yes. He's going to be Your Honor. That wasn't my house. That was Sean
Oh,
Martin's house.
my, it's so over.
The fat man was a shapeshifter like a dude.
You know what's fucking crazy? Yeah, that sounds like he's doing a Ralph impression right now, but that would fit so well with Nick at this point.
He tried to make my kids do cocaine. Yes, I'm sure that's going to be the argument now.
Oh my God, that's so fucking bad, dude. All right. There's a few more clips. And then there's this. Okay. Good stuff all around. All right, I gotta get these things ready. And I also need another water break. All right. I will be right back, chat. Make sure that I hit the like and share the stream and do a very quick intermission. But yeah, likes are important, chat. Your avatar, real quick. All right. So, this person just said, just stream for fuck's sakes. To which Nick said, I'm going to. I just have things and people to take care of first. So that was about 2 hours ago. This person says, I absolutely hope to see you soon, brother. Miss the daily streams. Hope you and your family are well. Just got to make sure your kids get their that's fucked. But I mean, Nick's a fucked up parent. So you can fuck April later, Baldo. Oh God, did one of the kids almost OD on your mountain of cocaine again? And then are the kids finally fed and have cleaned the clothes to wear, or have clean clothes to wear. So, you know, Nick has about 2 hours to fulfill his locals obligation, you know. Otherwise, it's just another fucking lie. So what do you guys think? Do you think he's actually Christ is king? Yes, indeed. Do you guys think that Nick is actually going to go ahead and go through with the stream? Be honest. What do you think? Do you think Nick is actually going to stream? He has only 2 hours to comply. All right. What do you think, chat? What are we thinking? Is he going to comply? Is he finally going to go through with his stream? Or is he not? Let me know. Okay, give me a 1 if you think he is. Give me a 2 if he just flakes once again and he drops the ball. But we had breaking Baldo news. We had further evidence that Rekieta and April, or rather April's account, which is April Law on Twitter, copying the mannerisms of Rekieta. So nice little side-by-side comparisons here, you know, from better times on February 2021. And look who it is. It's Robert Barnes. Oh, better times. So, like, you know, the get wreck thing. We got Nick here. And we also got freaking April saying similar things. You know, it is hard to tell by text, but you know what? Maybe. You know, but again, better times, Nick. There is a clip here. This is another one by Uncivil. We got the Uncivil prediction for Rekieta's Frank appeal and plea deal status. Now, bringing this up is a touchy subject for Nick, and it will probably get you blocked on Twitter. Yeah, so before, if you guys are like, just got here or whatever, first of all, hit that like. Really does help out. But TLDR, up until this point, yeah, Nick has gone back on like one of his final principles, and that'd be like no blocking anybody. He can tough it out. He can take it or whatever. Shout out to like 375 likes in this. All right, can we get 400, chat? Can we get 400 likes on this? You know, hitting the like button is free, and everybody loves free shit. So make sure you do that. But yeah, Nick has gone back, and now he's just blocking people. Apparently, it is only when you go ahead and bring up his his failed Frank's motion or his new appeal, the plea deals, and Mandy, especially Mandy. If you bring up, oh Mandy, you came and you teased with the picture, oh Mandy. If you bring that up, he will definitely fucking block you. Okay, so these are like the triggers that Rekieta has now. It's all like kind of over for him. He has triggers now. He's getting angry. He's not really hiding it as well anymore. But this is Uncivil Law's prediction for Rekieta's Frank's appeal and the plea deal status.
The Frank's motion is from the U.S. Supreme Court case. Frank's. It is basically that the officer lied in his application for the search warrant, and as a result, the search warrant is tainted, and therefore the case should be thrown out. Frank's was decided, I think, in the 70s. There's a name for it called Frank's because it was decided in the 70s, so it's not obviously a novel issue. And as I'm sure you would appreciate, since then, Frank's motions are filed all the time. This is just bog standard. So the thing is, he won't get his petition because this is a completely normal, completely bog standard, completely ordinary motion and a completely bog standard, ordinary decision by the court. All right, it's a day that ends in Y. It's not extraordinary. It's not novel. I'm fairly strongly confident the Court of Appeals will deny it, and deny it rather summarily. They get these things all the time. They have already a lot of things to do. The Court of Appeals is already busy with all the other things they have to do with their time. They simply don't have time for your bullshit. And so, go to court, have your trial, and if you're convicted, then, let us know all about it, and we'll let you know how it works out for you. Probably not well, but we'll let you know eventually, but not now. So that's the thing. All right, so this motion this will be denied. There is a lower chance of this being granted than the underlying Frank's motion being granted. That's how bad his odds are. There's a lower chance of this being granted than the underlying Frank's motion. And then, of course, we can also, as a result of this, conclude that Nick Rekieta has not struck a plea deal. Because if he had struck a plea deal, his plea deal would almost certainly require him to give up his rights of appeal, because that's a pretty standard provision in a plea deal, right? There are sometimes some exceptions to that. Sometimes people do preserve the option to an appeal in a particular issue, and sometimes they actually win despite that, which is odd. But 99.9% of plea deals, you give up all your rights of appeal because that's you're just pleading guilty, so you're confessing to the crime. So so we can infer that there is no plea deal. There has been no plea agreement, because if there were, he wouldn't be filing this. He would be.
Yeah, that's another thing. Initially, I thought, and a couple other people thought, that there was a plea deal because he's just talking out of his ass and shit, and that's why he's so freely doing it. But then, we thought about it more, and we started seeing more, and we're like, no, it doesn't seem probable anymore. So he's just really just fucking himself at this point, which is, again, really fucking sad, really pathetic, but I mean, cocaine, man, just drugs in general fuck you up, I guess. This is bad. It's just a bad time.
Barred from filing this. And he wouldn't want to file this because he wouldn't want to undo his plea deal, because it would be a violation of the plea deal. So he has no plea deal, which means that all of his statements he's been making on Twitter about using drugs and using cocaine and using a mountain of cocaine and all the rest of it, all those statements can and may be used against him in a court of law.
And those things have been thoroughly archived at this point. If not, and then from streamers like me or anything, or Sean or Legal Mindset or Uncivil, but I'm sure kiwifarms has archived the shit out of all of them. Breaking Baldo News. These things are not going to be difficult to find. All right, that's the fucked up part. So Nick, yeah, effectively, if they want to use this, he's fucked. He is literally fucked. There's no way. It's just no way.
Should the attorney wish to use them in a future proceeding. So he has damaged his case with no protection, and he's filing an appeal that has no chance of going anywhere. That's what's happening.
Yeah, so it's bad. Translation, not looking good. Not looking good. I think even Nick kind of knows that it's not looking good for him. Because let's see. Let's go. Yeah, it was this tweet that really gave me like a little bit of goosebumps, a little bit of like concern. There you go, concern, if you will. This tweet right here, where this individual says, "Have fun in prison, Rekieta Law," and quote tweets him, to where Rekieta just quote tweets him back and says, "The thing about me is I'd find a way to have fun in prison." That's already a bad fuck. That's just bad. That already is bad. I don't know why he said that. I think he's just coming to cope and like realization. Like I said, Nick is constantly going through the 5 stages of grief. Like I feel like anytime he opens his Zitter account, he's going through the 5 stages of grief while he fights with A-logs till like 5 a.m. in the morning. All right? It's so fucking bad, dude. It's so over. So then Rekieta goes ahead, and let's read some of the fucking comments on here, or like the tweets and the back and forth. So this person says, "Interesting self-own." And then Rekieta says, "I don't think you understand a self-own." It's like, what are these comebacks, bro? As we were saying, I don't think you understand what a nerd is. And then he says, "Sure fucking do, nerd. Block me, nerd." Shows a little fucking toy Nick had of days, better days. Before he was on crack. And this is the reply. It's so fucking over. Like, okay, maybe we gotta add this to the fucking triggers or something, right? Don't call Nick a nerd. Don't call him, what is it? Don't call him a cuck. Don't call him a nerd. Don't say he's a retarded lawyer that doesn't know how to do fucking anything. And what is the final thing? What was the final trigger? Shit, I forgot. It was those 3, and there's one more, chat. Try to fucking help me out. Help me. Remind me. But this is the reply. "This nerd thinks he's cool responding behind a block. Nerd Rekieta is afraid of real confrontation. This is in court, nerd. Don't need no judge to say your wife got banged by Aaron while you watched. Heard they don't let coke in prison." Rekieta says, "I guess that's a problem for some people." About the lowest thing on my list. And now he's trying to walk back the coke tweet. He's going ahead and he's like, "What do you mean? I wouldn't want drugs in prison." He said, "Can have fun in prison because they can still find a way to smuggle the drugs in." And then Rekieta says, "Great nerd joke." And this person says, "Time to put the phone on the family charging table and go to bed." And Nick just says, "Goodbye." And like, the thing is, he's replying to everybody. I don't know why he's doing this. Like, I know he's fallen off, right? He's not like the person that he was in the Depp trial or anything like that. But he still has a little bit of clout left, right? Unless he's botting engagement at this point. He doesn't need to reply to every single person, but he's doing it for like almost no reason. I mean, you're about to go there, so Nick says, "Sure." He says, "Just stream." He says, "I will. Goodbye." I think that might be about it. Can imagine you reading yeah, okay, so you just reply to a bunch of people or whatever. Oh my god, this is fucking this is bad, dude. Oh god, I want to copy that. Somebody fucking oh, this is amazing. And I think that's it. I think that's the only people he replied to, but he was replying to quite a bit. So there's that. So we can go back to Elissa. There are a couple more clips. We did Sean. We did Andrew. We did Uncivil Law. We got Null's recap here. Oh wait. I don't think I did this. I posted this in my video, but I don't think you guys in chat saw this. Somebody was asking what was Sean's response to the entire like Rekieta basically slandering him and saying that Sean is running these alt accounts to fucking pretend to be him in other people's chats. So this was the response right here, in case anybody was wondering.
Hold on, what's this? Nick's accusing me of using a fake Rekieta Law account to generate super chats for the toe. Desperation has a particular scent. frying your brain on cocaine, crack, and $1 whiskey does that to you. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I mean, if I'm gonna shitpost, I do it myself. I don't fucking hide under things. So let them cope.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I feel that. Like if I'm gonna shit post, if I'm gonna shit talk, I want to do it on my thing. I want to do it on my account.
Let them cope, chat.
I want people. You know? And this is the tweet over here. And he quote tweeted and he says, Lawtube Sean poses as a fake Rekieta Law in Aaron's chat to try and generate revenue for both of them. Embarrassing. So again, like there's speculation that he accidentally did this on like, you know, his main. Like remember I've been telling you guys, like I speculate that Nick has like multiple alt accounts or at least a good number of fucking alt accounts. And he goes ahead and he flips in between them. And unfortunately, sometimes he hits send on the wrong one and this, and that. Yeah, that's what I was speculating initially. And so other people started also, and they said that maybe that's what happened here, and they think that's what's happening with the April account right now. So let's check out some of these comments here. Nick is just lashing out since his parents took away his streaming privileges. Nick's schizo coping is so pathetic. Nick, you have long past the point where there is way more money in making fun of you than being Remember, this man was streaming to tens of thousands of viewers and making money hand over fist. What, 18 months ago? He was invited on television, radio, and getting all kinds of mainstream attention. Now he's sitting at home, too afraid and felted to stream, accusing a big man of secretly making fun of him on the internet. I don't know if I've ever seen such a dramatic downfall. It's bad. It's really bad. Chat. If only you knew how bad it really was. And we're about, Keda has an hour and a half, chat. He has an hour and a half to go live. Okay? Has an hour and a half to go live until he meets his deadline and he just lies to his locals viewers again. Now here's the thing, and I'm sure this is a complete coincidence and shit. Anytime Nick's fucking said that he's gonna go live, he specifically waits for us to go offline and then he goes live. The last time he did that was like, I think it might have been on Rumbles, or it was that one trash shit that happened and stuff, and then I was like, oh fuck, I just went offline and shit, and then he just started his stream and it was kind of fucking annoying. But whatever, it is what it is. So maybe we'll see. We'll see. We have a we'll try to burn time. We'll try to kill some time to see if the law pope or the law cope will what happens there. We're gonna try. We're gonna try our hardest. All right. Wow, the cocaine really fried his brain. Who on earth would pretend to be Rekieta? No amount of money could compensate for that character flaw. Nick is a living, breathing, anti-drug advertiser. Fucking amazing, bro. Fucking amazing. Totally the thought process of a sane, sober man. How could that cruel judge deny the hearing of the innocent father? So fucking true. All right, there's since the toe was brought up, okay, and I don't think I covered this originally when Nick first went into Steel Toe's chat. I might still make a video on this. There's a lot of things. My goal with my Rekieta playlist, right, which has a lot of fucking Rekieta shit in there, to be honest. There's a lot there. So my goal there is to make nice little digestible videos on what's going on or what has happened, so that at the end, when this is all said and done, like you guys, if anybody ever wants a reminder of this epic downfall, they can just go to the videos and shit. If anybody needs like an archive of all the shit that's happened thus far, you guys can go ahead and, you know, like get the fucking receipts you need. You know, I just want to make it like easy for you guys to be able to, like, if you want to make your own video on this guy, you're like a documentary kind of thing, you know, there's like, it's easy to access for you guys, right? And like the same thing for me. I'm thinking that I'm going to go ahead and make maybe by the end of this, like a sort of like maybe documentary-ish video, sort of. So I want to show you guys the playlist right now. So you got the beautiful Rekieta Law playlist. We got 65 videos in here, all chronicling every single thing. We got a couple members only streams, like this one. We gotta fix them out a little bit because they got a little crazy, and we got our first strike. And since I don't have the power of the almighty network, I just have all 800 of you here in chat, the Seni squad. We gotta play a little safe. But for the most part, everything else is out there. Everything chronicling the downfall and etc. etc. We got the original Baldo guards. We got the pedo jacketing that Nick and fucking Barnes have done. So yeah, just overall a lot of shit. I'm gonna try to catch up on anything that I've missed as well. But yeah, think of it as your own personal archive of sorts to go ahead and get up to speed. Yeah, let's just say that. And anybody else that needs to use it for receipts or anything, you are also welcome to do so. Okay. TikTok, Nick, go live. Yeah, seriously, we got an hour and a half. Can we do it, chat? Can we do it? Like the stream, subscribe. Yes, do all that good stuff. Oh, look, let's go ahead and give a quick look and see what the toe had to say when the Baldo, the Law Pope, went into his chat. The first confrontation of the toe versus the nose. Because up until that point, Nick was allowing Patrick Melton to harass fucking Aaron Imholte's children for some reason. All right, remember, even though Nick was crying that like the evil Kiwi farmers were bullying his kids, or they were doing like harassment towards his children, but Nick is fine with Patrick the creep going ahead and just absolutely, just harassing the kids. Again, there's just no other way to say it. That is what Patrick Melton has been doing to 10-year-olds. It's fucked up. You don't want to hear it that way, but like that's literally what fucking happened and has been happening. And he does it with a smile on his face. You can go to Patrick Melton's Kiwi Farms thread, okay, and check it out for yourself. All right, you don't even need to believe the posts of the farmers. You can just look at the archives, and the archives speak for itself. There's nothing that's taken out of context. Everything that's in its full form. You can go ahead and check that out and see if that is the type of man, that Nick would want in his fucking, bunker, whatever's left of it. So let's see what happened on October 21st. Nick Rekieta enters the chat of the toe.
XJX99 says, did you talk to the therapist about how Nick is still so in love with you that he stalks your chat? This is probably going to hurt Nick's feelings. I do not talk about Nick with my therapist. I don't really have any thoughts about Nick. It's a person I knew briefly in my past. It caused a lot of pain and suffering in my family, as did my terrible decisions when I was around this person. I do regret getting involved, but then again, I don't, because it got me a lot of great things. Like I have a lot of really positive, awesome things in my life because that all went so wrong, It might have got me away from other toxic people and brought me back to my family, and has certainly made me, watching his miscues have made me a better father and a better partner. And I got into therapy after the whole thing, and that,
like, I said this before, and it sounds like Aaron must have heard, but yeah, Nick, if there's any silver lining to what happened, Nick is like a big fucking, it's like an example of what not to be, right? Like, he is the perfect example of, anything Nick has done, just do the exact fucking opposite. And make sure you don't head in that direction at all. Like that's the silver lining to this entire thing. Nick is the perfect experiment to show everybody on the interwebs what not to be, right? And also like fascinate them because of how like he had pretty much everything handed to him on the palm of his hands, and then he just fucked it up. So it's both a lesson and just like an absolute shit show that you can just like laugh at, okay? And honestly, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I was really like taken aback, but also kind of like, pissed off that fucking people, grifters like Melanie Mack and fucking Camelot were going ahead and they were like, oh, Nick just needs Jeebus to help him and shit. And it's like, no, Nick needs to help himself. Number one. Number two, Nick's a fake Christian. Number three, he did this to himself. Oh yeah, by the way, did I mention he did this to himself? Like, what the fuck? There's even like a tweet where Camelot was like, you shouldn't attack our brother. Make sure he gets well. It's like, Camelot, you're such a fucking idiot. You are a literal fucking douchebag. You are the biggest enabler of shit. Like, if Nick is gonna go ahead and try to blame Lawtube for enabling him, that's bullshit. You know who the real enabler is? Point the finger at fucking Camelot. That fucking idiot. Fucking enabling fucking douchebag. Ricky Bobby fucking stand-in or whatever. Talladega Nights bullshit that my second in command mentioned. Motherfucker, bro. That's the guy you gotta point the finger at, Nick. But let's continue with the toe.
That has been a godsend. I recommend.
I gotta say, I'm starting to become a fan of plain Jane Eyre, and I'm not gonna lie, it's fucked up. I don't want to do this. I feel like I shouldn't be agreeing with this guy, but like, whatever.
To anyone struggling. I don't think about him. I know that's not reciprocated, but I certainly don't talk to my therapist about him. Unfortunately, I know what this morning was. And I know because of not only knowing this person personally, but also observing them since. Something bad happened. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to do the dozens with Nick. Like I said, my life is far better with him never being in it. And so I'm not going to sit here and do the dozens and get into that. That's a losing predicament for me. I think mentally, psychologically, I don't need to get mixed up in it. My relationship with Nick is where it needs to be in the past. So, like I said, I don't harbor ill will. I don't harbor anger, animosity, hostility, anything like that. It's just done with. It's just over, and it's in its proper context. I think I hurt this man. I think it's a weird thing to say, but I think I broke his heart. And I think he's still very upset about that. I think there's one thing people have noticed about him is that he hasn't really fully taken responsibility for anything he's done wrong. And I think a lot of that gets shifted onto me. I think he still very, very much blames me. Something bad must have happened, and he's spiraling a bit. He must have gotten some bad news or something bad happened in his life, because you see him.
Yeah, that's another thing. Other than, like, obviously, like, maybe he's relapsing and he's doing drugs and alcohol again. It's like, remember early on, and if you guys have just gotten here, you probably have seen the poll up there, right? And the poll is, fucking hell, 1,000 of you have taken this fucking shit? Jesus Christ. Man, I have really fucking outdone myself since we... I thought the height of my fucking clouds in Weeb Wars. Jesus Christ. No, you guys are monsters. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure to hit the like. Remember, this thing will go members only, quick, for like the first hour, and then we'll make it public for everybody. But like, the fucking poll says April knocked up after all. That's because, yeah, she was having like very erratic behavior as well, like along with Nick and shit. So like, speculation over there is just like, well, could she be pregnant? And it's just the fucking hormones. But then people are like, well, Nick is shooting blanks. And then they were like, well, April doesn't have an ovary. And like, some people were saying Aaron confirmed that April can't have kids or something. But then again, it's like one of those things, right? Where like, what was one of her posts? Like, it was like, God works in mysterious ways. I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of fucking shit here to navigate. And I do mean fucking shit, like goddamn shit, like dog shit. And there's just a lot, man. There's a lot to work with here. I had to, we went for 4 hours. You saw yesterday, chat. We went for 4 hours. Some of that needed to be cut, but we went pretty fucking long. And I was not even done. We needed to go live Saturday. We never go live Saturday. Maybe we should, because apparently my attendance doubles or triples whenever I go Saturday. But yeah, I mean, it was just one of those emergency fucking streams, bro. We had to fucking go ahead and show the meltdown of Rekieta, and Yeah, it's not good. It's not looking good.
Respond this way, and you see him get very erratic when it's the ruling that went against him in the Monograph case, or bad news, in personal life, family life, legal life, whatever. When bad things happen, a meltdown usually ensues. And I know it sounds corny, but I hope he pulls out of it. There's a lot of people that depend on him, and I hope he can pull out of it. It did seem like a hurt.
I think, he brings that up, and that's a really good point. Nick, no matter if he's trying to act like a child, Nick is actually a 40-year-old man with 5 kids and a wife, like a literal wife, like one wife. He was allegedly in a monogamous marriage up until he got exposed by Kiwi Farms. But remember, he is with, Lady Rackets, at least still for now. He needs to take care of his 5 kids, which was one of the main issues, by the way, funny enough, that he wasn't taking care of the kids. Again, yeah, Aaron's not wrong. There are certainly people that depend on him.
Hurt man lashing out. And again, I've hurt this man. I broke this man's heart. He obviously is still, all of his interactions online seem to center around me. And I don't think that's necessarily healthy. I don't think that's a good thing, but we're all on our own journey. And I think what you saw out of Nick today was a hurt guy. I think there's a lot. I hate to be this guy, but I think there's just a lot of stuff that probably goes back 35 years, maybe to like 6, 7 years old. That's where a lot of our trauma is first established. Nick does seem to have a little arrested development. Maybe there's some things that need to be exercised, but he was not well today. And I hope he gets well, because like I said, there's people that depend on him. And being in your pushing your mid-40s and still doing things like this is
Jesus, mid-40s? I thought Nick was like early 40s. Not that it would have made much of a difference or anything, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Never going to be a good place for you to be. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. So yeah, whatever went wrong for him today or yesterday or over the weekend or whatever, I hope he finds some kind of peace from it. And as far as today goes, yeah, that was heartbreak. That was a lot of anger and hostility coming out today. It was a lot of lashing out. And, I'm not going to play the wonder what it is game. Like I said, my life is better off with that in the past. But look, the guy's got a lot on his plate right now. The guy's going through a lot of shit. And
like the funny thing about this too is that Nick only, like, his meltdown, I said this earlier on, and I don't know if you agree, chat, but Nick's meltdown only makes this guy look good and raises his stock. Like, that's something that, like, some e-celeb lolcows don't fucking understand. When you have a downfall, like, it's bad, because the more you mauled, seethe, cope, do stupid shit, that's the people that are against you, right? And the people that you obviously don't want to grow. Because, let's be fucking honest. Do you really think Nick wants Aaron to grow? No, honestly, that probably makes him mauled the most. The fact that, like, Aaron is maulding, or Aaron is growing while Nick is maulding, is probably one of the things that go ahead and and makes him angry as well. And I understand it, but, like, he also needs to understand, right? And I'm gonna put this up here for no reason at all, but he has to understand that, like, again, it's his own fault. It's not even anybody else's. It really is his own fault. That's it. I know you're angry that other people are succeeding at your expense, but it's just your fault. And that's why I can't get, whenever, like, again, EVS gets mad, or it appears like he gets mad at fucking Legal Mindset and calls him a snake and shit. It's like I can't get mad at fucking Legal Mindset, man, because it doesn't, like, not only does it not look like Lawtube snaked them, which includes, Andrew, it just kind of looks like, hey, You know, like if we're gonna look good by being good fucking lawyers and professional at Nick's expense, what are we gonna do? You know, like what? I don't know if there's a reason to like get angry at Lawtube, so to speak. Right? I can think of plenty of reasons to get mad at this guy, right? But not so much Lawtube. And really, your respect for this guy should be honestly at the gutter at this point. If you've caught up to where I don't even think people are like legitimately angry at him. They're just either like sad or they're just laughing at him. That's how bad it's gotten. This guy's respect just in general has gone to the dumpster of literally almost everybody, right? That it's just like, it's not even like I hate Nick thing anymore. It's just like it's either I feel bad for Nick, not bad enough to save him, but like feel bad for him, or I just want to fucking laugh at this guy. That's the level he's reached. It's bad. It's rough. It's tough being a Rekieta bro right now. All right. And I know there are a lot. I mean, again, just for a second, the inner narcissist in me, or like, I don't know, the asshole in me, whatever it is. It's a lot of people during Weeb Wars. They're kind of putting me down for criticizing our good old law pope. All right. I guess those anti-Sen tweets didn't, or anti-Sen posts really didn't age that well, but it's okay, guys. We can all have a fresh start. Jesus Christ. Can I call it or can I call it?
He's also doing it while not coming clean that he ever did anything wrong or bad that he should be ashamed of, and you're never going to fully grow from that if you don't do that. But people in the chat saying jilted lover. I mean, it seems that way, but I'm not saying that to be insulting. I'm saying that because that's how it reads. That's how it looks to me. And then he's making excuses for a guy who says awful things about people's children. That's not exactly a good look as a father, and especially the things that he's charged with and the tests that we've seen that have come out and all that stuff. I don't know if that's necessarily a good judgment call as a parent. Well, I will say there's one thing I forgot to say about the Nick thing that I will address. Nick is very clearly upset with something that's going on in his life, and I have to pay for it. Nick is trying, let me say this. Nick is clearly trying to goad me into saying something, harming myself, doing something that he thinks will be like He's never been the smartest guy in the world.
What?
And he's never been a great tactician. You know, he's not Hannibal.
But he's a lawyer.
He's not.
I kind of disagree with Aaron here. No, I knew him since Weeb War. It was a lot better there. It was a lot better back then. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe he wasn't. Maybe I just sucked. Maybe that's what it was. It's not that he was good. It's just that I was fucking trash. Maybe that's it. Not so trash anymore though. Again, it's like one of those things, chat. Do you think that happened? Do you think me and Rekieta swapped, essences, so to speak, chat? I said this as a joke last time, but it's like, did fucking Rekieta Law fall so MrSEN could rise again? I don't know, chat. You tell me. What do you think? You think that's what happened?
He's not Hannibal yet when he shows up. He's not Hannibal, for God's sake. So he's very clearly lashing out, and he's like, maybe Aaron will follow me and he'll say something. Matt, I'm not heartbroken.
No.
I'm not a jilted lover. I don't need to say anything. I just, you're clearly going through it right now. Figure your shit out, man.
That's crazy. You got the toe feeling bad for you. I mean, that also probably makes fucking Nick seethe a bit, having the toe feel bad for you. Because again, classic narcissism behavior is just like, how dare you feel bad for me or whatever. Yeah. Things are not so great in the Baldo bunker. Chat. He's a lawyer. Chad is a god. Oh yeah, that Chad Zumic person. Yeah, that fucking rant. He popped off. I love it. I watched it yesterday. It's in yesterday's stream. Towards the end. Very, very funny. Very, very funny shit. That guy did pop off. You know, what did he say? He's like, I don't want your fucking money, Nick. You're a fucking drug addict. You're a fucking bad father. And yeah, I mean, it was really good. You know, it was a really good fucking segment. I really like it. You know, I was hoping Nick started trash talking Flash, because he did say in Andrew's chat that he might tell everyone the dirt on Nick. He should. He absolutely should at this point. Why not? Why fucking not? It's free season at this point. Okay. Shout out to the Mud. Yeah. He freaking rocked the super chat. Yeah, Nick. Basically, to get you guys up to speed, Nick went ahead and he did the cuck thing where he gives people that are insulting him money, or he tries to flex his fucking earnings, whatever's left of it. And he got fucking absolutely annihilated by this one guy. So again, Nick just kind of took it, and you know, it went bad. So he said, Rekieta tried to accuse potentially Sean of impersonating him in Aaron's chat. He deleted his accusation in a short time, unfortunately. People have already screenshotted it. So Elissa says, goes ahead and redirects it. Okay. Nick's insane, a literal loser in life who had every advantage given to him on a literal silver platter. That is true. Very true. Oh, hey, it's one of the people in my chat right now. Nick is so unwell, he's mental. The fact that Nick has been reduced to seething through chat because mommy and daddy took away the streaming equipment is so funny. He's like a child secretly playing their DS in the and pretending to be asleep when the door is open. Oh yeah, there is that there's actually that meme, and I posted it in my video. But I want to show it right now. And I think this was by the Baldoverse. The official Baldoverse thread on kiwifarms. That apparently that's a thing. Let's see if I can find. Oh yeah, it was this one. It was a shit post from the farms. So let me just play that real quick a little bit. It's Mandy.
Nick, what are you doing?
Nothing.
I'm getting all these crazy damn calls. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Don't give me that crap now. What's going on?
Dad, will you get out of here?
No, I will not. People are telling me you've been licking men on YouTube.
What?
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Want me to wake your mother up and find out?
No.
Get off that internet.
Fine.
What is your trouble?
I'm not licking men on YouTube.
Get away from that TV.
Fine.
Get away from the internet. I'm cutting it down right now.
No.
Yes.
Dad, no. No.
Yes.
No.
Oh shit, that's
Yes.
funny, bro. That's
I'm
fun.
gonna shut this thing right down.
Don't do it, Dad.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
There's no way this guy is ever getting his fucking career back. It's so fucking over, bro. It's never been this fucking over. So yeah, that came from the kiwifarms thread, the Baldoverse, if anybody is curious on where that is. Apparently that came from there. Good stuff. We're got 1 hour to go, chat, until Rekieta breaks his promise. So Rekieta said that he was gonna go ahead and go live tonight, okay? And he said he was gonna do it by tonight, this evening, and he said that about 2 hours ago. All right, two or so hours ago. He has 1 hour, because I know me and Rekieta are in the same time zone, and it's currently 10:56. So he has 1 fucking hour to do this, chat. Do you think he's gonna make it? Do you think he's gonna make it? He has 1 hour to do his locals duty. Okay. SEN watch party. Yeah, possibly. I don't want to buy locals. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the one problem with it. Now this fucking asshole is going ahead and he's paywalling all the shit, right? Like, he's like, you need to be a part of my locals. Like, this guy knows that his career is so done that he can't even stream on his main channel. Somebody in chat earlier was saying that he's losing like 2,000 subscribers a month now. So I think he knows that his fucking YouTube channel is dead. Like, it is bad. It is, like, not gonna relive or anything. He also probably knows that the Rumble deal isn't gonna hold up. Like, they're probably gonna cut his fucking contract with them if they do have a contract. I believe they did, right? Didn't Rumble, like, make a contract with Nick and shit back when Nick was still, like, impressive or whatever and was a draw? Yeah, I don't think that contract is being renewed if that's the case. I think the Rumble shit is done. And now he's just going back to his, I want to call it the parasocial place. The locals. All right? And he's going to try to build up some more rapport with his, like, try to get a little more parasocial. Because he's been, like, think of it this way. I brought this up in a past fucking video. It's like basically Nick left everyone on locals to just seed in a bunch of fucking chats and give like people like this, hold on, let me show. People like this a bunch of money, even though like all he does is harass children. Literally, like this isn't even me being bad faith or anything of that sort. He literally fucking harasses a 10-year-old child with a smile on his face. Like that's what this guy is known for. That's what he does. All right, like what the fuck, you know? That's what Nick sends his money to. But remember, like, Kiwi Farms is the problem, guys. It's not creeps like this that harass 10-year-old children. It's Kiwi Farms that's the issue. Fucking unfucking believable. See what Josh had to say on the Zitter Meltdown. Let's see.
Okay. One person I've not given many updates about at all in the last couple weeks. In fact, I think the last thing I said about him was that he hasn't tweeted or done anything in like a month. It's come out of nowhere to complain about shit. Nick Rekieta is back on Twitter and he left a couple suspect messages out of the blue in this tweet chain. Kay Mary says, do your kids love life when they're dirty, smelly, hungry, and begging for food and attention at school and church? Rekieta Law says they never were. LJ's Piker says, and you never did coke. And Rekieta Law says, I did a fucking mountain of coke. Lord Botha of Memes a Lot says, the dude who made that status sounds like he was on cocaine. Rekieta Law says he was. And that's in response to a different message. Well, this is what I wanted to read. It was another message that he made out of the blue. So Sean was talking about him in a chat, and Rekieta Law posted this and deleted it so quickly that nobody could make a third-party archive of it. But it says, Lawtube Sean poses as fake Rekieta Law in Aaron's chat to try and generate revenue for both of them. Embarrassing. And the issue is that Rekieta's YouTube account, because he left chat messages in a YouTube chat system, and Sean was making fun of it. And Rekieta posted this and then deleted it so quickly that nobody could archive it. But the issue is that he has a verified channel. So when he posts chat messages as Rekieta Law, it's not just Rekieta Law with the logo anonymous on the chat. It's Rekieta Law with the verification check mark. So they know it's him. They know it's him because he's verified, and the verification message shows up alongside chat messages. So that's probably why he deleted it. There's something I had saw, and if I can't find it, I'll try to go hunt it down on his Twitter account, because I think that this is what he's replying to. Kobe Lee says, in addition to your own children, you nearly dosed Imhotep's kids with cocaine as well. How fucking crazy is that? Rekieta says, this never happened. I think Imhotep is Aaron Imholte. Typical manga fan says, you didn't, but you called people who thought you were going to lose that motion retarded, which gave them the impression that you were at the very least confident about it.
This is a lot of fucking cope. Yeah, I'm actually really glad we did the Saturday stream then, because okay, we would have missed all this shit. All right. Like Nick has 1 hour to fucking fulfill, I guess, his duties. I mean, whatever duties he has left. Yes, Jersh with the heart. You know, divorce arc incoming. The Nick. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, you know what? That's getting you pinned, bro. That's getting you pinned. That's gonna be a bitch to say on fucking YouTube, because for obvious reasons. But that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. If you guys go ahead and you say something witty in chat, your message might be pinned. All right, it might be sporadic like this. Okay, so just prepare for that. That's a good one. That's a fucking good one. Shoujo, thank you for the cat sticker. I don't know what currency that is. I think it's like, is that fucking Chinese or something? I don't know. Whatever. Thank you for the coof cat. Just call it that. A new demon baby is born. Something witty. Yes, something witty. Nick is the new king of the sector. Suffer! Suffer, Rekieta! Hey, man, Ralph eventually needed an heir to the throne, okay? Because God knows Ralph isn't going to be around long enough to see him have a kid that will succeed the throne. God, I'm fucking surprised Ralph is still alive to this point. The Ralph male won't die! Suffer! Yeah, so I think Ralph found his heir, alright? It had to be Nick Rekieta. Alright, it was, dude, the signs were there the entire fucking time. Alright? We were so blind. Okay? We're gonna try to go for like another fucking hour and see if this asshole fucking makes with his promise. Alright? We're gonna try to go for another hour, because goddamn, it's gonna be fucking difficult. It's already 11. Chat. Alright? It's like, we've been going for like 2 hours and 50 minutes, apparently? That's crazy. Alright, can we make it through, chat? Can we make it through? We'll see. We'll see if we can do it. Oh, yeah. Make sure to buy a hat for your hat. That's a membership. Because this stream will first be going members only for about an hour or so. So we can cut out the music, or certain music. Just the one that just makes this limited. Because we want it to spread far and wide. We want a lot of people to see this. So you gotta trim that shit out. And then we can go ahead and put it up public. But if you're a member, alright, if you give a hat for your hat, you will get this stream first. Alright? So let's continue on.
So is the judge retarded too? Kata replies to this and says, the people I called retarded are retarded because they are. Excellent sentence structure, very well spoken. That doesn't mean I said I would win an extremely difficult pretrial motion. I also 100% believe I should have been granted a hearing on it, and I believe it's insane how difficult it is to get them. What about everything else that you waived? I don't think he's even filed an appeal for that yet. So I don't know if he's going to appeal it or if he's like out of money or what. Ted Bizongo says, Nick, I hope you are clean, bud. Those drunk streams were hard to watch. Rekieta says, I am clean, and they sure were. Rekieta says, I called them retarded because of their takes on the government's claim of watching my video. Something that it still hasn't done, and they actually lied to the court about. So he's still accusing everybody of lying about him in court. And he has changed, trying to change reality, even though it's very fucking obvious what he...
Dude, yo, what is happening, dude? Yo, life works so fucking weird. That's crazy. That's insane. This is crazy. This should have never... Fucking hell. This should have never fucking happened. What? Dude, this is so weird. Like...
He was saying before. He was very explicit about it. And he even mentioned the fact that he had won a Frank's hearing in his own practice. So... yeah, that's a lie. Which, regardless of the outcome, should bother everyone that the government was able to claim to the judge without presenting evidence that they provided me a copy of my video when in fact they have not. It doesn't. Like, I'm a paranoid schizophrenic, and even I'm looking at this like, archiving is like my whole fucking deal, bro. Keeping archives of shit up, literally fighting in fucking courts for 4 years about our right to archive and how archives are important to the ability, the fundamental ability for one to even form a critical opinion of something is imbued in the archive itself. Like, yeah, no, I don't empathize at all.
Suffer! I don't know, I want to say that.
Valeriano Morris says, now we should trust social workers. Rekieta Law says, I said ask. I wouldn't be hesitant to use the word trust for a social worker. Or I would be. Miss Largebrain says, social worker is probably better than the parole officer and child protective services caseworker. Rekieta says, maybe on the first, but the second actually is a social worker. He says, I never had cocaine out for his kids to do. How could I even have cocaine for them to eat OD on? Oh, good question. The government literally hasn't watched my video. They claim the government has. That's retarded. The government watching or not watching my video doesn't mean that I will or won't win a motion for Frank's hearing. Why is that hard for you?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck is happening, chat? Okay, let me have a one-on-one with you guys real quick. I want to see what the hell you guys are saying. God, chat is moving fast, guys. I've been told. I'm an amateur streamer, but I've been told that's a good sign. Okay. The Nicker mail said I could coom all over your desk, Judge. My penis is 8 inches long. Bish, suffer. Baldo in the future. No one watched the video because streaming degrades the quality and transforms the content. Checkmate. Why is he so stuck on the video archive like it's some kind of W he should have had? Because he's a narcissistic idiot. Like, seriously, it's very Occam's razor here. It's because he's a narcissistic fucking idiot. That's why. I'm not saying your question's bad. Your question is valid and it's good, but like, you know, it's sad that, I mean, I can't give you a better answer. It's just him being a narcissistic fucking idiot. You know, sometimes the most the simplest answer is really the truest answer. Okay. Let's see. Rekieta thinks that because a cop watched clogs archive that it's a material falsehood. That's what he was trying to argue for the longest time, and apparently he hasn't dropped it. He refuses to take the L on that, and he just continues to go with that. Fucking just bad, terrible, shameful. Or what was that phrase Nick was saying? How embarrassing.
The judge said he watched it. He's still trying to say that the video was like heavily edited or something. I don't know. It's so sad. There's a thing that I saw. Let me pull up Zitter myself and see if I can find it real quick. I won't dilly dally for but he hasn't blocked me yet. Ah, here we go. So Rekieta on New Year's Eve 2023 says, Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. 2024 promises to be a beautiful disaster. Don't make resolutions. Set goals. Pursue life. Be ridiculous. Find joy. Life is a current. Ride with it or swim your own way. Just choose consciously. I'll be seeing you all there. Peace. Rekieta has replied to this on October 20th and said, Lamau, fuck this tweet and the dumbass who wrote it. And I bring this up because I remember seeing it, and I think that the guy that wrote that tweet sounds like he did a mountain of coke. Oh, he's like molding about Aaron and shit. I didn't even notice this. There's a very particular tweet that I want to find it. Just real quick, let me scroll. Because he started making comments about his girlfriend. Were these deleted, I wonder? He made 2 different comments, and I can't find them at this point. Oh my, so many fucking tweets where he's just like trying to convince people that he's not a complete retard. It's so tiring. I need fucking energy. Oh, here we go. Okay. Tabernacle McGee said, Nick, the uppercase I internet is praying that you win 2025 and are able to make a 2-wife family the standard for men to strive for. Rekieta Law then replies and says, trust me, you don't want it. Then, separately, in reply to...
Does Josh know that he's not showing it on
the
stream?
Lamau fuck this tweet and the dumbass who wrote it tweet.
Because this doesn't seem to be like what he's...
that's about the amount of cocaine one. Nora Vanguard for 10 says, is there any update on the Rekieta body cam? I made a video making fun of Rekieta using the outro song in the game. No. the trial is still too early. We're gonna make a request again later on. But I'm not gonna let it go.
You know, like the Rekieta fucking body cam shit. Oh my! Fucking amazing. The Rekieta body cam thing was like, people keep asking about it, even still in my comments section and shit. So it's good that Josh addressed this, but like, yeah, I mean, you gotta wait a little more. And also, remember how Rekieta was just saying that everybody that wanted the body cam footage was just after like photos of his children and shit. Like, again, like the total irony in that is that, well, you're friends with Patrick Melton, who harasses 10-year-old children. So just another Rekieta inconsistency, or as Rekieta would have it in his mind, another Rekieta W. Okay, we gotta check. Let's check back up with this glorious man, Nicky Rackets, the rail machine and stuff. Apparently he has not gone live and he has not set anything up. Okay. The last thing he said over here, 3 hours ago. This person said, it seems like no one knows what it is like to wear shorts that are too small for you. They ride up so badly, but damn, that stream was great, Nick. I know Nick says, a bunch of unfunny fucking losers hate that stream. Oh my god, dude, he's mauling over this. Like, I get fucking getting mad and like mauling and shit, I guess, to an extent, but like, just over this? Over this? You chose to do this. You thought this was based. A bunch of unfunny fucking losers hate that stream. Those people don't belong in my life in any capacity. Bro, the narcissism has hit full localdom. This is literally like Review Tech, Ralph. No fucking way, bro. This is no fucking way. What is this downfall, bro? Okay, I don't think you understand, because some of you guys are probably like, Sen, why are you so astonished by this and stuff? Well, it's because, again, I knew this guy since fucking Sailor Goon. That's a good one. Hold on, I'm pinning that too. No, it's just, I knew this guy since Weeb Wars, and I'm pretty sure he didn't even have 100k. I'm sure he got like 100k during Weeb Wars. I know he was like under that, but I know he was like, he had double digits. So he was around 10,000 or plus. But I saw him like when he first really went up there for the fucking Vic shit. That's how he got his 100k. And you know, everything was going in his favor. All right. I was one of the few first people to point out why I thought this guy was shady. And it basically got trivialized by the internet as like, oh, Sen is just salty because Nick won't platform him or have him on his show because he's not interesting enough and boring. And it's like, that's how it was like framed, which is like, you know, fine. The internet's gonna internet. You know, there are a lot of idiots out there and shit. I don't hold any like vitriol for that. It is what it is, you know. But yeah, I was one of the first people to criticize him on that. And all it became was like, oh, Sen is salty and shit or whatever. But no, I legitimately saw, and I think I mean, if anything, I'm like kind of happy that I'm a decent judge of character. Because again, I was like, I saw this guy was shady as fuck. Like, let's be fucking honest. If you, and I was, and without like giving up too much info, like, yeah, I mean, I was kind of like, sort of in that bubble circle at the beginning, right? But I just didn't kind of really like what I was seeing either. I mean, I'll go as far as to say is like some of the shit I saw, it kind of like killed my enthusiasm and like optimism for any real quote unquote justice really early on. So that kind of fucked with me. And again, it's like, I guess it didn't help that I was young and how young I was when I was seeing that. So again, it was just a lot to take in, right? But whatever. It is what it is. I'm just gonna hold that and be like happy that I was at the ending of the day. I was very right. Right? I was very right about the entire situation. So that's interesting. That's another reason I'm like kind of like what you call it? Like flabbergasted, astonished. You know how life works, man. How life works. But yeah, I mean, we have 43 minutes for Nick to go live. He has not put out a link. He has not said that he's going to. He put out one message on his locals. I'm not sure that if he's done an update. Let's check out Breaking Baldo News. Real quick. If there's anything there. No, doesn't look like there's anything as of now. Well, there's this tweet right here. Breaking Baldo, dude. There's gonna be so many fucking videos to drop again. I don't like this. I am both looking forward to this and not looking forward to this because there's gonna be so many videos that I'm gonna need to like compress for everybody into a nice little package. But Breaking Baldo News. Well, he didn't say it, but whatever. I wholeheartedly apologize to Twitter users if you receive a Rekieta Law ban today. Evidently, I was patient zero in his bi-nerd spastic rage because Nick doesn't like being challenged anymore. And then apparently this is what made him got him to stream tonight. But like again, there hasn't been any streams lately, and we're like coming up on the clock. Chat. And again, I know fucking me and Nick are in the same time zone, so he has about 42 minutes to do this. Chat. It's 42 minutes. All right. You know what I'm gonna do though? We're gonna take one more break, chat. We're gonna take one more water break. I love how like somebody in my chat literally said they're like that's code for heroin, pal. I'm like, no. No. Please, God, no.
Somebody is gonna fucking
yeah, we'll take one more break, and then we're gonna go
Ethan
ahead.
Van Siver is still trying to sweep from the tip of the end of the broom, but he is still holding on the broom.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I think I've been criticized on my music choice. Some people say it's a little too Blink 182 for their taste. Other people are like, "Yo, that's a fire song, son. What song is that? And who is it?" That is negative XP, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that is a negative XP. But we're back. It's currently 11:25. All right, Rekieta has still not gone live for some freaking reason. I don't know why. Chat, he hasn't gone live. He hasn't made any tweets, and he's just fucked off. The last time he fucking talked was like 3 hours ago. Don't worry, I'm constantly pressing refresh to see if anything is going on. Okay, chat. We still got one more thing to cover, actually, one more clip. And actually, while I'm doing that, I want to get like a little bit of a throwback. Let's see if I can find it. Rekieta Law. Mandy. Oh, Mandy. You came and you teased with the picture. Holy fucking shit. This is going to be a fucking throwback, my dudes. Yeah, that definitely needs to be pulled up. Okay, for this next segment over here. Let me do a nice little refresh. One more refresh, pal. See if there's anything here. Nope, he still hasn't said anything. Okay, so he has about 34 minutes to comply. It doesn't look like he is. Let's go to the toe.
Potentially criminal.
Real quick. Okay, let's go to fucking Plain Jane Aaron. See what he has to say about the situation. Yes, there you go. Formerly Chuck. You get it. Yes, that's who it is. Okay. Just buy a hat for your hat. Exactly. Milking lol cow Nick for every drop. That's what needs to be done. That is true divine punishment for fucking Nick. Come on. Thank you for becoming a member, persons. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Senny Squad. All right. So let's see what the toe has to say about this. It's like a short 5-minute clip. Remember, we're killing time to see if this fucking asshole will actually go fucking live for maybe a little snipe. And if not, well, shit. We'll probably have to wrap up. But who knows? Who knows, chat? All right. Let's go ahead and see what the toe has to say. We can get a little more jersh out of the way. The political Chad, thanks for becoming a member of the Senny Squad.
Potentially criminal.
He's
Sean!
ahead of the curve in kickball.
Sean! He says my kids have a social worker, Sean! That was a funny one. I saw someone send that to me. They were like, Nick says your kids have a social worker. I'm like, wishful thinking on that boy's part. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When it was time to pull up for my kids and take care of my family, I fucking listened and did it. I'm ashamed of myself, for the other parts. But potentially criminal Sean, $5 said.
Who do you think gets Father of the Year award, chat? If you have to choose between like the toe and the nose, who wins Father of the Year in your opinion?
Sorry, Aaron. Nick found out the secret plan. No more super chats pretending to be a moronic, drunk, dumb fuck. But Sean, moronic, drunk, dumb fuck was going to be the name of our band. We were going to form a doo-wop band, like Rockapella from Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Sean and I were going to form something like that. I was going to see if Meme wanted in. I think PPP would look adorable in the fucking stripes. What the fuck? But alas, we've been figured out. Yeah, there was the accusation.
PPP does look good in costumes. I'll say that.
And that was since deleted. That Sean was in our chat yesterday, pretending to be Nick. Which is not the case. Elissa clips. Sean, potentially criminal. Nick Rekieta, let him cope. That was kind of my position, too. People were like, what do you think about him losing his fucking shit yesterday and coming in your chat and all that? He's hurting about something. There's something he's pissed off about. I've known him long enough to know that something didn't go well, and he's losing his mind, and just let him.
Like, again, this kind of erratic behavior by Nick doesn't really help. Like, if you guys had just come here, you see the poll, right? The poll of, like, whether April's pregnant or not. Like, again, it's like one of those things where imagine if he found out there's a little Baldo baby in the bunker. That would probably make him go on edge and shit. And it's not really helping the speculation,
Just let him. Like I said, my life has gotten so good, and if only I had never met the guy, it probably would have been it probably wouldn't have been good. I would have struggled along with someone I wasn't supposed to be with. So I am thankful that I met him, in that it got me to the next part of my life where I could, do therapy, I could learn a lot, I could make my mistakes, I could learn from them and move on and admit them. So I'm happy about that part. But as far as him, like, he's coming into the chat yesterday, and he's just trying to get me to, like, take the bait. He's trying to get me to say something that he thinks will make him feel better. And I'm too smart for that. And he's not as, I know he's probably going to take this as offensive, but he's not as intelligent as he likes to believe he is. He's very see-through, and he's very paper thin. And it's unfortunate. I hope whatever's fucked up here, he can fix, because a lot of people depend on him.
Can people get fucked up? Like, not fuck. Well, obviously they get fucked up from the drugs and shit, chronic drug use and stuff. Can anybody get, like, fixed? Like, Rekieta at this point, like, you remember, like, the cops were like, there was, like, a black substance found that couldn't be identified. It was, like, kind of like a drug or something that was in Nick's house along with, like, the 25 grams. Is it possible for Rekieta to have, like, because I have no doubt he might have some brain damage at this point. Is there any way for him to fix that at this point? Like, he's mid-40s, he's doing all this hardcore shit, right? He drinks a bunch, he drank a bunch. Like, is there any way? Like, I'm surprised Nick's liver still works, to be honest. Maybe that was a problem. A liver transplant is what he needed. Maybe that's one of the problems or something.
And I hope he can figure his shit out, because seething all day on Twitter and YouTube, it's not a productive way to be, especially for a 42-year-old man. I mean, I'm considerably younger than he is, and that would be a fucking waste of a day and a pathetic way to spend your time.
I don't think I can find this tweet because it's so fucking lost, and it's been like 3 or 4 months and stuff. But it's just around the time Rekieta got back, like, he wasn't locked up anymore and stuff, and he got back, and then there were, like, some of his fan base that had not left him yet were like, Nick, you should cover this trial that's happening right now. And Nick was like, that's a good idea. I might actually do that. And what did he do instead? No, he didn't even do that. Instead, he coped about every time he got shit wrong, right? Which went out for fucking hours, and, like, he just went in circles and it didn't matter. And then, like, the last stream he did was a fucking White Knight stream for April, the side piece and shit. So it's like holy fucking shit. He could have just gone back and done his stupid little fucking, like watching the cases and stuff or trying to cover it. I mean, he had enough people still conned into thinking he knew what the fuck he was talking about, right? He could have done that, but he didn't. He just fucking, again, spiraled like an idiot.
You got to get better. But Sean, I guess, from Potentially Criminal, remember, Nick accused Sean of being him in our chat yesterday.
Right.
So let's see what Sean had to say about the whole thing.
Hold on, what's this?
Once you do it
Nick's
way
accusing
over
me
the
of
line,
using a
the
fake
drugs
Rekieta
will
Law account to
galaxy
generate.
gas your brain and destroy lots of neurons and synapses. But Nick was not just doing hard drugs. He was also an extreme alcoholic.
Thank you for the 10. You bring up a good point, and that's what I was thinking too. Those are two really fucked up things that will fuck with your head, because I know alcohol does fuck with you as well. And it doesn't do anything good for the brain. So you already got the age going against you. You get the alcohol and you get the drug use. So again, it's like, what the fuck? Is there any way at this point?
Shit that you fucking say.
How embarrassing, Nick Rekieta.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Yeah. You know, honestly, I always fucking hated that catchphrase. It was so dumb. But, you know, I mean, at least we can use it on the nose now. But thank you, Malcolm X. Shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat.
Great super chats for the toe. You know, desperation.
Yeah.
Has a particular scent. Frying your brain on cocaine, crack, and $5 whiskey does that to you. So I don't...
Okay, there it is. There it is.
Where are we getting that from?
If Sean knows,
I was wondering if that was a thing, if he does know whether or not Nick did crack, because I speculated on this as well. Like when you do crack, do you not age horribly? I would imagine, because that's not even like the stuff, like it's not even like, you know, the good, I'm gonna say the good stuff, but like in terms of like the shit that doesn't make you age like 20 fucking years, right? I'm not like, I don't think Nick just did that, to be honest. Nick is the type of guy that like, he doesn't stop and he doesn't take no for an answer. He just goes worse and worse and worse. So when he says crack, I mean, he could just be like taking a shot, right? There's just, you know, taking a punch back, right? Or he could actually be like, just like, okay, Nick, you want to go ahead and smear me and shit? All right, I'll just reveal one of these truths about you that you haven't been proud to mention to the public and stuff. So maybe it's one of those things. I mean, I wouldn't be like, if you told me, chat, Nick Rekieta does crack, Rekieta Law has done crack, I would not be fucking surprised in the least. Honestly, I don't think any of you guys in the chat would be fucking surprised either. Because this guy, like, you gotta understand. I'm too lazy to do a side-by-side right now. But Rekieta literally fucking aged 20 years. Okay, in between like 5 years, he aged 20. It's fucking crazy. He looks like a 60-year-old man. It's really bad. So
something that's very interesting to me. I don't think I ever saw crack. I don't think I'd know crack if I saw it.
Really? You didn't see anyone's crack? You didn't see anyone from the back?
And the only defense I can put to that is that, like, Nick wouldn't need the cheap shit if he has all the money he has, right? So that's like the only defense I could put for that, but I don't know. You never know.
I saw some crack.
Not one crack.
I don't know what to tell you.
Crack is the cheap shit, isn't it? I'm not really like I'm not a connoisseur of this shit, so I need somebody to fucking fill me in. But if I remember correctly, if my mind recalls, yeah, that's the cheap shit, and coke is the good stuff, or the pure stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, he was losing it yesterday pretty bad.
I don't know. I mean, if I'm going to shitpost, I do it myself. I don't fucking hide under things.
Sean has come into our chat before and made fun of me. Are you kidding me?
He's come into our chat and made fun of everyone.
Yeah, he's come into our chat and just come in with a shit machine gun and sprayed turds at everybody. Sean will do it.
So let him cope. Let him cope.
I think it's just like a fucking, it just kind of shows how much of a hate boner Nick has for Lawtube and his old quote-unquote friends. Because it's like, the first person you're going to try to blame is like one of your old friends and stuff. Like, you're not even going to like, there are a lot of Rekieta A-logs. Last time I checked, there's like 700 plus of you here in chat still. Or 800, I don't remember. But like, there's a lot. There's a lot of people that could be doing that. That could do that. All right. Why does it have to be Sean? Why does the one guy who's shown to not be like a shitter lawyer like Nick? Why is it him? Like, you know, it's weird. It's just a stupid fucking assertion to make, right? It's even stupid, but like it's even stupid by Rekieta standards. That's what I'm like, you know, thinking.
Chat.
That's good advice. I agree with him 100%. Yeah, Lawtube Sean poses as a fake Rekieta Law in Aaron's chat to try and generate revenue for both of them. Embarrassing. So Nick wrote that, and then he deleted it right away. And I will say this. I checked that clip, and it was him. Like, it wasn't Sean. But, yeah, I agree with Sean. Just let him cope. He's in a lot darker, dirtier place than any of the rest of us are. It doesn't benefit you or me or anybody else to dunk on him. You know, it's like dunking on a retarded kid playing basketball. There's no reason for that. It's just,
It just makes me feel like
hard disagree at this point. I'm gonna be real. This is where I disagree with the toe. All right, we have to do this. We have to teach Rekieta, and we gotta make a silver lining out of this entire shithole situation. Also, there's like, I can't stop thinking about that one time, or basically multiple times, Nick has tried to get people to self-delete. So I just think of this as like divine judgment, if anything. Chat. Okay, so we're coming up on 21 minutes to go, or Rackets should be streaming. Okay. He had a full pinky cheeks and filled skin that didn't need any Botox or collagen. He was looking lively, healthy 7 to 8 years ago. Drugs really sucked out every drop of his life under his skin. Yeah. The ones I know IRL who indulge him in all of that makes it sad to see how much older they look, yet they want to ask why I don't indulge. That's proof that, yeah, exactly. You're going to age. Like, what's the point of aging 20 fucking years? Just for like a fix for that one moment. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, he must suffer. Exactly. Thank you. I don't know how to say that first part, but genius, and you are a genius for having a hat. Okay, buy a hat for your hat. We got 20 minutes to go. This jackass hasn't fucking done anything. Okay, so it looks like he's just gonna break that one promise. You're probably wondering, what promise was that, chat? Well, Rekieta promised his locals community, whatever's fucking left of it, that he was gonna go live earlier today because he's neglected you guys for too long. And apparently this was around 7:55. So this would be like around like 3 hours or so ago. So this is what he said on his locals. I don't think it's been updated since, because I know there are people out there that are really looking for any little thing. So he said, local stream this evening. I'll be streaming here for a locals exclusive. I've neglected you way too long. Like, this guy has literally been in a pedophile's chat the entire fucking time. You know, NLO, fucking nobody likes onions, blah, 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 blah. Fucking Patrick Melton, thirsting after 10-year-olds. Yeah, the clips are on Kiwi Farms. Go look. This motherfucker, right? Nick has been neglecting his locals in order to go ahead and, like, just fund that guy to harass fucking what's his name, Aaron the Toe's children, which is really not a good look. But I guess for Rekieta, it doesn't mean fuck all at this point. I want to get that one fucking locals message of that one guy leaving and saying that it's so over. Basically, the translation is it's so over. Oh, shit, there's just a lot to go through here. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's not it. Where's the locals message? Okay, that's just Nick Spurging. That's that what is it? The Chuck guy fucking him up. Jesus, this guy fucking bitch so much. Okay, I can't find it, chat. I can't find it. Oh wait, no, I found it. Just as I say that. Okay, never mind. False alarm. Here it is. Yeah, so like this became a reoccurring pattern in his locals. So he says, farewell for now. Nick, I hope everything will get resolved in the most favorable way. I was never really overly invested in your personal life, so I wasn't affected by much of what happened. Understand that people might be disappointed to discover some things that seem in contradiction with the way of life you promoted in your streams. Some people, yeah, some people are like kind of pissed off that you conned them for like years and shit, but like, you know. If true, of course, but I would be very surprised if they are not, at least in part. I never thought that you would give coke to your children, and I'm glad that has been resolved. Has it been resolved, though? All that said, you haven't been producing content for 5 months, and good content for even more. My local subscription is going to expire in a few days, and I won't be renewing it until you start streaming regularly. See you soon, hopefully. And, yeah, this is pretty much one of many of the locals people that started dipping. So again, I mean, it kind of just looks like Nick is trying to rebuild his parasocial relationships, so to speak. All right. But yeah, this jackass still hasn't done anything. We're still waiting. You know, there's no replies on Nick's end. He went radio silent 3 hours ago. Promised to stream within the evening. Honestly, dude, it's not even the evening anymore. It's like 11:44 p.m., bruh. It is 11:44 p.m. Okay, we're about to hit midnight. He's not gonna make his goal, is he, bro? He's not gonna make his goal, I don't think. All right, let's see what this tweet says over here. It's like, congrats to Rekieta Law for torpedoing the only thing for which he was getting a modicum of respect. Yeah, that's what I said. It says, I gotta give Rackets a little credit on one thing. The man doesn't block, even though you crucify him on every post and reply, unlike Juju, who blocks for mentioning Pod Awful. And then Breaking Ball News said, I will give Nick credit for that. I expect a block months ago. I expected a block months ago. Dick Masterson is a pussy, though. And yeah, that's, that's one of the opening things that I said. It's like Nick has gone back on like the final principle, and now he's just straight up blocking people. Like, this is no longer fun for him. Nick always tried to be coy and play it off like this was like completely fun and nothing was getting to him. And you remember some of the speeches he was giving, how like, you know, like this is fun, nothing bad has ever happened, you know, it's okay. But now it just shows like pure fucking cope. Shit, yeah, I don't think he's gonna. He has 15 minutes to go. he has fucking 15 minutes to
really
go.
doesn't need
Let's
an
see.
introduction.
Let's see if we
who's
can do
thrown
it.
optics out of the window. A man who doesn't need a disavow. We have MrSEN here to kind of represent.
EVS uses the same tactics against people that do better or are just rightful critics of him, like Iconic Comics and critics like Shitty Webcomics. He could spend 7 hours shitting on Doug Tenapple because he left Comicsgate.
All right, I almost forgot. Fucking what is it? Doug Tenapple. Where the hell did this guy go? I never delved too much into the Comicsgate shit, but I know fucking EVS was like a big part of that, or still is, or something. I thought that thing died months ago. Well, not months ago, but like years ago or whatever, right? I haven't even heard anything like a whisper of it. The only Comicsgate thing related that I know is freaking Ethan Van Sciver. Now it looks like he's trying to abandon ship. Thank you for the 20, by the way. I appreciate that. So, let's see. We got 18 minutes on this, and this is going to be about Patrick Melton. Oh, fuck. So hopefully we don't have to cut out a segment, because Patrick loves thirsting after kids and saying some really weird, fucked up shit. We got Brianna Wu, who fucking dunked on Rekieta. And then Rekieta got mad. And we got April's tattoo. Apparently April got a tattoo. And then we got some new filings, chat. And we get 13 minutes until Rekieta fucking goes back on his word and doesn't end up streaming. I mean, to be honest, we're being very generous. That whole evening thing should have been done by like 8 or something. But like, let's see.
So, first, I showed the video of Patrick Melton and his suffering. He apparently is getting a restraining order filed against him by Aaron Imholte, and in regards to his kids, because of all the statements that Patrick Melton made. He was the one that I played. It was like a 3-minute clip set to weird music, where he was saying really gross shit, in particular about Aaron Imholte's kids. Apparently he's getting a restraining order filed against him by Aaron. But now he's trying to go dark, which is unfortunate because he could have gotten onto Juju's show if he really tried, but he's given up, I guess. He's given up. Nick Rekieta has gotten into a slap fight with Brianna Wu, of all fucking people. Brianna Wu posted this picture saying, "Good morning to my fellow Zionists. Let's make it a good one." And then there's a picture of Princess Peach holding, I can't remember, might be an AR-15 in front of the Israeli flag covered in blood. And then it says, "Excited to announce I have retained the best lawyer in the business, Rekieta Law, in case Nintendo sues me." Nick Rekieta is unparalleled in legal mind and a legal mind of the highest caliber. He's higher than all the lawyers on Nintendo staff. So for no reason whatsoever, Brianna Wu has decided to start making fun of Nick Rekieta. Nick Rekieta responded by saying, "Good dad joke, probably from when you were a man." Wu replied saying, "How much cocaine did you do to come up with that one?" Then Rekieta goes back and forth and says, "I used your testosterone levels as a guide," which doesn't make any sense as a reply. Completely nonsensical.
Bro, why is he... Jesus Christ.
Which says that's not true because I don't make any testosterone, and you've done so much cocaine that your children get high too. I might be a filthy tranny, but I've never endangered my own child to the point where the state is going to take them away. Rekieta Law says, "Neither did I."
Wow, what a
and find that
comeback,
they're
Nick.
not taken away already. Brandon Wu says, "Well, that's not what the drug tests say. Maybe just raging cocaine addiction runs in the family." Rekieta says, "You know less about drug testing than you do about having a penis." And Brandon Wu says, "That's definitely true, but I do know just enough to not give a child cocaine. I'm willing to adopt, and I'm giving them a loving cocaine-free home." So what he did afterwards, this is where he's at, like, relatively, is that Rekieta has still not streamed. So after he lost the Frank's hearing, and was preemptively denied raising any further motions, he's just kind of, like, slunk off, and, like, occasionally zeets, and then, but then he shows up in this guy's chat called Zumak. I have never fucking heard of this guy. I have no fucking idea.
Is it Chad? No. Oh, it is Chad. Okay, I thought it was Chuck Zumock. Okay, Chad Zumock.
Who Zumak is, but he's like a fucking Lawtube streamer or some shit. Like, literally, no fucking idea who he is. But then Rekieta shows up, and he starts super chatting this guy to argue with him. He says, "For $20, I've never heard of you before. Aaron talked about me as if you mattered. You never ever will to me. But holy shit, did you damage his brain?" Then he says for 10, "Lamau, you think you can..."
Fucking Rekieta donates to literally everyone but me. I don't know. Nick, come on. We have a little bit of history. You don't want to go and, a little, fucking... What is it? The ghost of fucking past or some shit? I don't fucking know. Come on, Nick. And Nicky Rackets. It's been a long time, hasn't it, pal? It's been a long time.
"Embarrass me. You're an amateur at embarrassing me. I'm the best." And then for 5, he says, "The only reason I know you is Aaron Imholte." They had further messages that they pulled from the live stream. And he says, "Why would I..." Let's see. Is this in the right order? Yes. "Why would I take you to court? I'd say the same thing if I was you." And then he says, "I would say the same thing about me. My pasture, asking for clips, raffle, tattoos. Are you the 16-8? Have you had your Centrum Silver? Just see how you do, then figure it out. You need to try harder. Lamau, let the government take your kids for a bit and then pretend someone like Chad can hurt you. Find the unedited clip of that speech and listen to me praise her. I live those kids more than anything on the planet, always have. Lamau, I've never neglected my kids, brother. The truth will always set you free." So he's in the chat.
This dude is a fucking mess, bro. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Bro, this is like some Spurg shit I do when I was like fucking 18, 17, and I never fucking did that. That's insane. What? It's crazy, bro. Holy shit, that's insane. That's wild.
Of like some random fucking guy, literally nobody has ever heard of, besides like 1 or 2 people on the forum, right? And then he's paying money. He paid this guy $35 fucking to talk to him. just to whine about his misconceptions about him or something. Rekieta is now in such a low place that he has to like pay people to acknowledge him in chat. Like he's no longer even like people won't even just talk.
Hey Nick, here, Nick. I'll sweeten the deal for you, okay? If you come into this chat, I guarantee you don't have to pay to be acknowledged. Everybody else will acknowledge you. They'll probably give you the EBS treatment like yesterday. Okay, like me and EBS were having an interesting conversation. You know, it was like it's a normal conversation back and forth. I don't think everybody else. I don't think everybody else was very chill with him. I think I saw like maybe 1 or 2 people that were okay with him. And they're like, we like EBS, we like MrSEN, and that's awesome. But like, you know, EBS kind of got chewed out. A lot of people here. All right. Rekieta's dog is in the chat. Which one? Is that actually that's not the real Ralph. That's a troll Ralph. Who else is Rekieta's dog though? That's not Ralph, dude. The Ralph male would never grace me with his presence. Number 1. Number 2, I think Ralph is like fucking Ralph is fucking banned off of YouTube or some shit. I don't fucking know. Yeah, Nick, super chat me $100 for a flex, bro. Tell everybody you remember who your good old senpai is. Your good old friend senpai. He's finally home. Yeah, it would be funny if it was. Ghosts of Sector Past. Fia, that is fucking great. I love that. Ghosts of Sector Past. You know, I love it so much. We're pinning that. That's the new pin right there. Did I pin the right one? Yeah, I did. Good stuff. Okay. So let's keep going.
Talk to him on their own. And
we're currently we're at the 6-minute mark chat. No, we're at the 5-minute mark chat. And Rekieta has he gone live yet? Has he not gone live yet? Check. He is still not gone live, so it looks like it's gonna be another failed promise. Let me see. Any updates here? Nope, absolutely fucking nothing. It looks like it's gonna be another false promise, chat. Let me go to Breaking Baldo News, see if there's anything there. Nope, still okay. Well, I guess he's on the 5-minute clock, chat. Will he make it? $100 ain't shit compared to his legal fees. So true. Okay, let's keep going, all right? Remember, he has 5 minutes to complete his locals duty.
Anymore. He has to like financially compensate them for their time to even be worth it. That's fucking sad. Like, I remind you, there was a point where Rekieta was sorry, I got a fizzy water. Rekieta was so on top of the game that his 100,000 concurrent live viewer streams had a panel of lawyers, accredited bar associates, on a panel on live stream for like 8 hours at a fucking time.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Or in this case, you either die an E-celeb or you live long enough to see yourself become the lol cow. Suffer, Nick. Holy fucking shit. There's one thing I'll say. I'll never fucking overstay my welcome. Listen, I love you guys. I love the Senny squad. I love everybody that gets entertained by this. But yeah, like if I ever show any Rekieta racket symptoms, please let me know. So we could either get those fixed or I could pack up and get the fuck out, because becoming Nick is kind of like the equivalent of hell, honestly. Sector hell is becoming Nick Rekieta, bro.
For free. He was so popular, lawyers would donate their time to sit next to him on live stream. And now Rekieta in 2024 has to pay people $35 to even get his chat messages read. That is what fucking happens. That is the downfall. It's gonna make a really interesting downfall video one of these days.
It really is. And that's again, like, just to go back, that's a reason why I got this entire, like, the entire Rekieta playlist. You know, by all means, use it to either get caught up to speed or use it for, like, you know, the archives that are in there, like whether it's his tweets or the shenanigans that he does, go for it.
Josh, he is a lawyer and it's the business. I mean, yeah, I understand what they're doing. I'm not confused about that. I'm just saying that they were willing to associate with him for free. Lawyers are pretty hard to get to do anything for free. Then, not to be one-upped and being cringe, this is April
my
imholte. She
fucking
posted
God.
to her Instagram and TikTok this lovely tattoo. It's a Valkyrie, and she got it because...
Remember Nick got a fucking tattoo too? What is it with all these people having their midlife crisis, bro? What the fuck? Dude, if these people had their midlife crises, like, fixed or not have one, right? Just be regular adults, this would have never happened. This tragedy could have been averted.
Nick Rekieta's nickname for her is Valkyrie.
You gotta be shitting me, bro.
No, I'm not like a tattoo person. And I'm not going to say that I could do
me.
better.
You gotta be shitting
I don't like it. I'll put it like that. I'm not going to say, like, oh, the art's bad. I'm going to say it like this. I think it's ugly. I wouldn't get it. Now, there's two different... I actually thought about this before the stream, and I was thinking I should make a joke about this. But then I came up with two different jokes. So I'm going to play both of them. You ready? The first one is... I'll just say it. So April told Rekieta, you better buy me a $4,000 sleeve tattoo so that you can't ever not see it, and so that anytime Kayla sees me, she's gonna know that you're dropping like tens of thousands of dollars to buy me presents still. Or alternatively, Rekieta got the tattoo for her because it's really ugly, and he wants to make her uglier so that she can never leave him. No, I'm debating, but I'm leaning that's funnier if Rekieta is like intentionally giving her bad tattoos so that she looks like an Izajoma, and then nobody will ever fuck her again. So she doesn't have a choice. She has to stay with him. She's the best that she can do. And this is the most interesting stuff this stream is going to be the two filings. First, this is Kayla's.
Chat, it's now midnight. It is the midnight hour. Let's see if our good pal went live. Well, he already missed his deadline, so it doesn't really matter. Nick was always late. He laughed at everyone waiting for him. Said at least your balls aren't deflated, unlike Nick. That's true. They're still good. Still good for now. Nick was once known for all of that. Now he's known for being a cokehead. And a fucking... And lets his child ingest coke. Where's April's ass pic? Ew. Nick didn't make it, bro. Played that meme of Spider-Man waiting in the elevator with a random dude. That's us and Sen waiting for Nick to stream. Pretty much. But he missed it. It's now 12:01. Let me see. There was nothing. He fucking missed the fucking thing, didn't he? Yeah, there it is. There's nothing. Nothing happened, chat. So he failed his fucking local streamers once again. Evidently. He didn't drop a link. He didn't do anything. There's no signs of life, chat. There's no signs of life. But like, I mean, we can fucking finish this up first. We're like at... Got 11 minutes to go on this. Yeah, let's finish Jursh up. And then we'll see. Let's give Nick 11 more minutes, okay? We'll go and make this a 4-hour stream. And then if nothing happens, we'll wrap up. Let's see.
Filing. Kayla is not being processed the same as Rekieta. They are two different defendants, so they get to make their own motions. Now, Rekieta fucked up his motions and lost all of his rights to raise certain defenses. Kayla has not. So Kayla's attorney has asked for a motion to suppress and a motion to dismiss. And she's going to say that suppressing all evidence, statements, and confessions as a result of the state's unlawful search of the defendant's home as the result of a defective search warrant. The search warrant was defective because it was based on insufficient probable cause to believe a controlled substance would be found in the residence. So this is a much different angle than what Rekieta did, where Rekieta saying, "No, the JPEGs are wrong. You can see the backyard internet logo. This is altered. That's fucking gay and retarded." This is a little bit more reasonable. It feels like a long shot, but it's more reasonable. Where they're just saying that, sure, he might have seen what looked like cocaine on Rekieta's nose, and sure, he might have heard stories that there was cocaine in the house. But just because Rekieta was drunk on stream does not mean that he had probable cause to raid the home and get drugs. Sounds like a long shot to me, but it's less fucking retarded and less. Like, you can tell with Rekieta's stuff that he thinks he's a genius and he's going to find like some technical workaround to ever being held accountable for breaking the law. And then Kayla is like fighting within the system because her attorney's not a fucking is not himself. It's not Rekieta. So it's more grounded. So that's what they filed. And then on Rekieta's side, this came in just today. So you listening to this are probably hearing this for the first time. This is the breaking news. Rekieta filed for something called a petition for discretionary review. You've never heard of a petition for discretionary review. In a federal appellate court, it's called an interlocutory appeal. And it basically means that he wants to file an appeal for the Franks hearing. I predicted this, even though lawyers told me that.
By the way, if you mention that, Nick will block you on Twitter. Just as a heads up. He's already done it like a couple times to some people.
It doesn't make any sense. Because let me explain, and it doesn't make sense to a lawyer, but it makes sense to me, and I'll explain. It would probably make sense to you, but this filing is actually retarded in a way that you don't really understand. I had somebody explain it to me. You know who. So an interlocutory appeal is an appeal that interrupts a proceeding and pauses it until it's concluded. In Minnesota, it's called a discretionary review, and it's called a discretionary review for an important reason I will circle back to. Actually, so usually what happens is, if there's an issue in a criminal proceeding, what you want to do is you want to complete the entire criminal case. And then, once the criminal case is completed, you can then file an appeal, and that appeal usually handles everything. So everything you have a grievance with during the entire criminal process is handled at that appeal after the sentencing. An interlocutory appeal is what they call an unfavored motion because it interrupts proceedings, which the courts never want to do, and handles only one thing at a time. And also, if you are found innocent, well, there's no fucking point to having an interlocutory appeal because you're innocent. There's nothing to worry about. So it's like, why even bother interrupting the case before it's concluded to trial? Because you might get off anyways. So let's just wait and then handle it later. There's a couple instances where you want to do an interlocutory appeal in a criminal case, as it was explained to me. The first is usually the state.
Why does it seem like Josh is a better fucking legal expert than Rekieta? Like, I feel like I learned more from Josh's fucking legal analysis than I do Rekieta, which is wacky and like weird because Rekieta is supposedly the legal expert, you know? I think Ethan Van Sciver got mugged in the stall just now, or he passed out. Wait a minute, that happens? All the smart lawyers were saying Nick couldn't appeal, but they were simply underestimating the levels of Nick's retardedness. That's very true. Ethan passed out with his pants on. EBS did not show up tonight, though. I'm very sad. We had him last night. But we didn't have him tonight, unfortunately. I don't know why that is, chat, but like he didn't show up tonight. Oh, he had a Rekieta segment. Is that on his like little trash cast thing? Let's see if we can find it. Ethan Van Sciver. I am Ethan Van Sciver. I think I'm Sean Connery. Yeah, what was it? 17 minutes ago? Really? That? You didn't hear? For real? Was it a small segment or is it a big segment? Oh, that's probably why he didn't make it. Because he was too busy streaming himself. The king did not show up in our chat. Rest in pieces, my dude. Where exactly am I looking for this timestamp here? Where's the Rekieta thing? Is he like...
What's up?
He's like in a fucking... Where the fuck is he?
Fucking Comics Gate 2. And then Bam would just be like, whatever the fuck we want.
Is he fucking drunk? What is happening right now? Wait, what is the timestamp for this? Check Melton's chat. Nick might be there. I don't want to fucking touch Melton's shit though, to be honest. It's like some... If you click on Melton, like, you'll fucking get a bunch of map ads, most likely. Baldo lied, stream die. That's a good one too. I'll replace that message right there. EBS was hammered, hitting on women, got rejected, passed out drunk. No way! Wait, for real? That happened? Like, I believe it, which is fucked up, but like, come on. I didn't know that happened. EBS is the uncle that would problematically drink and stare at it. Oh, come. Yo, what is this? Is this like, is there a fucking, like straight up, is there like a timestamp where I can like skip the drunkenness or some shit?
Be nice, man, but like I said, man, Bam is, I don't know where he is. I'll try to get up out of my, oh fuck, I'm really drunk.
Oh shit, he is.
Should I get up out of this chair? I'm really, really fucked up. Andrea knows. I already sent her a
What
message.
is happening right now?
She knows. I said, I'm not coming home tomorrow.
Alright, like, when somebody said fucking Ethan Van Sciver is, like, drunk in a stall and is pissed, I was like, oh, what? That's creative insult and shit. I didn't think it actually happened. Skip to the end. He creepily pointed the camera at the woman and tried to... No, wait, okay, wait, is it where he's smoking? Dude, what the fuck is he doing? Oh, is that a cigar or something? Skip to the end. Okay. Wait, there's no sound here. What the fuck? You just killed the sound, like, for this? He killed the sound at the end. I can't hear shit. What the fuck? Why'd he do that? Yeah, eventually he just kind of kills the sound here.
Working of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Alright, ladies. Okay. Ladies, did you see Disney's Star Wars Acolyte?
Who are these people? Holy shit, bro. I don't want to put it up on the screen because one, it'll give you nightmares, but like two, it's like, why is he just fucking pointing his camera at these two random women, bro? The sound was killed at the end. EVS channeling that Ralph Amale energy. Suffer! How would fucking dude, somebody has to super chat EVS or get his attention sometime and be like, can you do a fucking Ethan Ralph impression while you say suffer? Suffer! Suffer, Comics Gate! Him trying to talk to the woman in the blue hair was the worst. Let me skip to that. And then see if I can find that. This poor woman. Was it before or after he started harassing these two random chicks? Oh fuck, he fucking cut, okay, he cut it around this part or whatever. Oh yeah, he's like just straight up fucking showing. Why is he doing this? This is so fucking weird.
586 people are watching you right now. Not that many people.
Wait a minute. Wait, why is he trying to flex his numbers on these two fucking chicks, bro? What the fuck? Dude, this is funny as shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You didn't say a lot about fucking Ethan Van Sciver, but his Riz, bro. His Riz is off the chain. All right, let me like real quick go back and see if anything has happened on Rekieta's end. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, unfortunately, I guess he didn't go live. Unfortunate. Okay, back to EBS.
What's enough? I can't see what they're saying.
Suffer, woman, suffer.
People saying, where's Shane Davis? I don't know. I don't know where Shane Davis is. I'll turn the camera around. I don't know. I don't know where Shane Davis is. I don't know where Bam Margera is. I don't know where he is. All I came down here to do was see Bam Margera. He's not here. I didn't.
Okay. All right, I'll turn that shit off. All right, goodbye. What the fuck was that? Dude, I don't know what I just experienced. That was fucking weird. Whatever. Get back to Jersh.
State files it. If, for instance, if the judge had actually granted Rekieta's stupid-ass Frank's hearing and said, oh, okay, the case is dropped, then the state can then file an interlocutory appeal because the case is over if they lose that Frank's hearing, basically. And then the Minnesota Appeals Court would actually review if that granting was correct and then could possibly overturn it and put the evidence back into play, and then you would have to go to court anyways. The other case is if double jeopardy. If you've been found innocent already, and then they try to convict you on a similar crime related to the same incident, that's double jeopardy. And you don't actually want to go through trial because that would be punishment in and of itself for something that you're constitutionally protected from. So it makes sense to file an interruptive appeal that would stop the proceedings because you've already gone through it, right? So those are the two instances where you file this. Rekieta has filed this completely incorrectly. It's technically he has the right to, but in the justice system, they call this an unfavored motion, where it's like they don't want you to do this because they don't want to deal with it this way. They have a way that they prefer to do it, and if you go out of your way to file something like this, you better be fucking right. You better have a fucking reason for it. Rekieta doesn't. So I want to point out that this is actually really sloppy and shitty, and a lot of this feels copy-pasted. There's a font change right here, and it's really obvious that everything following Pomplin below is copied from another document, and my suspicion is that they copied a lot of the actual Frank's hearing paperwork into this. So this is original for the what's it called? The discretionary review, and then this is copy pasted from the Frank's hearing, which was already denied, which is kind of a bad sign that you're just going to reiterate everything that you already got denied for and not change anything, because it's like you already.
Nick is kind of like a glutton for punishment at this point, ain't
he? Lost, so it doesn't bode well for you. And then, so this is all the shit that I've already gone over before. This is back to the original font, so I know that this is the copy pasted section and this is the new stuff. But they basically just say that they reiterate, they fucked all that up. There are some paragraphs in this that are light gray as opposed to black, and that also makes it look like it was being copy-pasted from something else. These citations are wrong, by the way. Citing no, not that one. The thing where they say, a more perfect Reich, citing Steel Toe Morning Show. So that's not how you cite evidence in case, but that's how they choose to do it. So the word Reich appears in this document approximately 10 times, and I find that funny on a personal level. But a lot of this is all just reiterating the exact same shit we've already read, that he believes that Officer Pumplin lied to the judge and received a search warrant that he would not have received if he did not lie, and his lie was that he saw the original video, and there's specific terminology that they're quibbling over that only makes sense if you take that paragraph out of context, because he uses the same language in the above paragraph, and it makes perfect sense what he's saying, and then knowing how he uses those words in the second paragraph, it makes perfect sense what he's saying there, and the only way it has any ambiguity is if you take it out of context. Which is why the judge explicitly said when he denied the Frank's hearing that there was no ambiguity, specifically because of that. Like, exactly what I said is what ended up in the denial. So they're going to force the appeals court judge to read the search warrant, realize that it's a very competent search warrant, and then maybe even watch the video of Rekieta fucked out of his mind and then deny him again. Now, here's the other thing. Here's the big deal, by the way. The petition is called, it's not called an interlocutory appeal in Minnesota, it's called a discretionary review, which is an important word because it is, as it's called, discretionary. And what does that mean? It means that there's not a formal process for this. It's not a checklist. You say, okay, well, this appeal has A, B, C, therefore we're going to look at it. It's 100% discretionary, to the point where the judge could absolutely say, you know what, I think you're right. This Frank's hearing should have gone ahead. In fact, I think that search warrant should have been thrown out. But no. They can literally say, I think you're right, but we're not going to use our discretion to give you this. Wait until after your trial and then file it as an appeal like a normal person would. So it's completely up to the judge. It's like 2 layers of extraordinary. Like, it's an extraordinary thing to file an interlocutory appeal. It has to be like they're really trampling your civil rights. And then it's extraordinary to file a Frank's hearing. And then it's also extraordinary to go for a discretionary review. So my thought is that Rekieta came up with this, went to his attorney, who then put associate attorney Brian K. Lunas. It's not Francis White. This is the associate attorney. So he put the low end of the totem pole in this one. And then Rekieta pitched his idea for a discretionary review because his rights are totally heckin' being trampled on. And Francis White asked him, do you have your deposit? And then Rekieta says, yeah, we're totally selling the house. I put another reverse mortgage on it that I'm totally going to pay off once it sells. I got your deposit. And then Francis White was like, okay, we'll file your discretionary review. And this is what we now have in front of us. It is a very, very desperate motion. And like I said, the main thing is I expected him to appeal, but the thing that I didn't know is that you're not supposed to appeal a criminal case until after you're convicted. They don't like it when you try to appeal things as they're proceeding. So that's the discrepancy there.
Unfortunate.
He's totally going to epically own this, chat, one day.
Man, I think Nick is just having a skill issue.
That's the cool Rekieta Law update. 11th Circuit for 2 says, I passed the bar and can now legally laugh at Nick Rekieta for being a non-practicing retard. All the money he is spending on that interlocutory appeal is ultimately being spent on our entertainment. It's absolutely... No, he's totally going to prove us wrong. Don't worry about it. He's totally innocent.
That's fucking great. Oh my god. Well, chat, I think we've just about gone over everything. The only thing we didn't go over was Rekieta sniping Rekieta because he didn't end up streaming. Unfortunate. He didn't meet his deadline. I guess I don't know, maybe he passed out on like drugs or alcohol or some shit. Never showed up. Breaking Baldo News has no updates and shit. So I guess Nick dodged a bullet or something. I mean, I know people are gonna go ahead. Honestly, I'm kind of like wondering if it's only like a matter of time before fucking Nick starts sending out like mass amounts of strikes on people and shit. Like, I think we imagine if it comes to that. That'd be kind of fucked up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think like every day he hinges more and more in that direction to where like he's just gonna amazingly just fucking, I don't know, man. I don't know. You already kind of previously targeted Elissa clips, right? And I just don't know if he's gonna do it again. Maybe he'll just go full Ralph amount. Like Ralph speaks for himself. But yeah, that's about it. Holy shit, chat. Oh my god, we had a lot of viewers today. We got a lot of likes here today. Like I said, this fucking VOD will first go members only until we cut out like the it's just the Senny Squad national anthem, because that thing is the original song is like, it doesn't let you fucking see it in other territories and stuff. It's fucking weird. It's stupid. It's a YouTube thing. So we gotta make sure we trim that out first. And then after that, it'll be public for everybody to rewatch on the replay squad. But remember, if you want to see it first, buy a membership and you will get to do that. Otherwise, you know, just wait a little bit, you know, either or. I appreciate all you guys. I think we had like either like 970 something or maybe close to like 1,000. I don't know. The point is, I passed my Wii Wars streaming numbers, which was that was peak clout sen, okay? And he had like, I think the most I had there was like 750 or 800. And that was back when I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So it's kind of nice that now as an actual adult or like an old man in anime years, you know, that's a new accomplishment. All right. So, you know, shout out to everybody that came out. I'm glad I can entertain you guys. Glad you can be with me for this milestone. Really appreciate it. Yes, like, subscribe, give memberships. Internet man money give for the Synergy Fund, ladies and gentlemen, for the Synergy Fund. And honestly, I just really like talking to you guys. You seem cool. You seem funny. You know, aside from the Rekieta shit, we talk about other stuff too. You know, trying to get back that VTuber audience, or actually, well, it was anime technically. Now it's a VTuber audience. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work out. You know, the many trials of Sen. You know, they haven't ended. This anime hasn't ended for this anti-hero. It's still ever going. Anime sucks. Cope and Sneed. I don't know. I'll never get that joke. I don't know. I've heard it like a million times on Josh's stream, Jersh, and I still have no idea what the fuck that means. But funny nonetheless. So anyway, guys, I think that about wraps it up. Again, thanks for everybody stopping by. I will see you all in the next. Yeah, it'll definitely be an upload. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, looking like they're going to be upload days. And then, of course, Friday will go. I'm sure he'll stream by then. By Friday, he'll stream. And depending on how much he says and stuff, we might have a Saturday show then, too. It depends. Make sure you hit the subscribe notification button. I don't know what YouTube does now that makes it so fucking difficult for people to fucking... I don't know, like, just get notified. There's some people that legit say, hey, I love your streams, but I barely get notified for some reason. So anybody that has that, here's the Discord link. Now, I don't want you to expect much, because this Discord, like, it is basically an upload-only server. So, like, when you get there, it'll have, like, streams, uploads, and welcome. And all it is so you could get the @everyone so that you can go ahead and like know when we go live or when a new upload goes up, you know. So that's about it. There's the stream link. I appreciate you guys all stopping by. I will see you all in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Well, it is the next day at this point. It's like 12:30, whatever. Discord is le bad, unless you only use it for like uploads and stuff, I've learned. But yeah, I also have a Twitter, you know, if you want to go there. Hold on, let's go to the evil MrSEN's Twitter account. This evil mean man, why does he exist? Why does this creature, this evil individual exist? I don't know, chat. Couldn't tell you. But yeah, there it is. Thank you for stopping by. We're going to end this off with the Seni Squad National Anthem. So have a good rest of your day, everybody. Stay safe, and remember, don't be rackets.
And that is what I am wondering.